5.
0.
God damn it. We're fucking live, you little shits. Hello, everyone, and I'm Bro, like this Pega now, and I'm with some scrubs.
You're a scrub.
Calling me a scrub is offensive. I'm gonna eat your toes.
Excuse me?
Do you see what I have to do with you guys?
Wow, you're acting like we're children. Wait,
Are
I
you?
am.
Yeah, you're
You
a
call me
child.
scrub because I wear scrubs at work.
Yeah, that is, you're not wrong there. But, background noise, oh, that's a bit louder than I expected it. 1 second. Background music is provided by Audio Library Free Copyright Music, so YouTube don't get on my ass.
I want to get on YouTube's ass.
Ew, that's gay.
Get on all that ass.
Wait, does YouTube have a gender?
YouTube is very picky. YouTube is very picky about their music. So that's why I'm just saying out why, like, what music is, like, what is playing right now. So hello, Abba.
You can't say ass.
No, you can say
Bitch, ass.
Have you guys ever?
you can swear on my stream as long as you're not saying any derogatory terms.
Yeah, guys. Have you ever listened to Jack Stauber before?
What?
Jack Stauber.
The fuck is that?
He makes some really good music. You guys should check him out
Oh.
later on.
Oh, okay.
He just came up with an album called Hilo, and it came out, I believe, on the
Alright.
14th.
Yeah. We're gonna be drawing some birds right now.
Birds.
Burps. We're gonna be drawing the watermelon bird. Because they are adorable.
Burbs.
It always takes me a second to register what you mean when you say watermelon bird. Because my dumbass's first thought is like a bird that's like a watermelon colored.
Well, they are.
They are, but I imagine like stripy rind and seeds kind of pattern.
They're
like
really
very
cute. I
detailed
love them.
watermelon.
I love them. They're so fucking cute.
There's actually a place, I have to look it up. It's somewhere in Phoenix. But there was somebody who was like hoarding lovebirds at one point in time, and a bunch of them got out, and now there's just wild lovebirds that like just breed in this one area. Because very few of the Arizona animals are actually from here.
Yeah. Who is adding me?
Yo,
I'm getting mentioned.
Yo,
Stop.
yo guys. Kanye West looks like he shot himself.
What?
Look at
Hi,
this
Peachy
shot
Pug.
and shitpost.
Oh no.
By the way, if I sound like I'm starting to kind of slur, that's because I am drinking and I have my drinking buddy with me right now.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but how do
What's that
how do
ironic
you,
thing?
like,
What?
My Mike's hard lemonade is watermelon flavored, and the gum I was just chewing was watermelon flavored.
You just got watermelons on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Watermelon!
It said watermelon!
They be drinking them bitter beer, but I got watermelon in my so cheers.
Hey guys, be
Yeah?
cool. Don't drink beer. Drink some apple juice.
What if my apple juice has alcohol in it?
Yeah, you ever baby?
Well, then you're hitting a gray area, Pega. Come on.
Don't
Keep it simple.
don't fucking judge me.
I'm
Do you
not
hear this,
listening.
Judgy Judgerson? God damn.
Yo guys.
I'm just picking on you tonight. I'm so sorry. I
You're just
genuinely
being
feel
mean.
bad
You
right
just
now.
fell sass today.
No, it's all good.
Yo.
I had a really bad day today,
At
okay?
least you're not as bad as Mimi. At least you're not as
Mimi
bad as
bullies
Mimi,
you
alright?
so much.
Mimi, dude, Mimi does not hold back on anything.
She doesn't. It's
Yeah.
honestly really funny though, to be honest.
What's up?
Me when I don't get my goddamn wine.
Oh.
I do like me some wine.
You
I think
do.
I just
It's
like
really
me some
funny.
alcohol.
It's just really funny, like, when you drink it, like, especially, like, when you're wearing your headset, because you, like, I just fucked up with my, oh, I accidentally closed my sigh, no.
Oh, drawing drunk
God.
might be a mistake.
No.
I'm still really
No, it's
nervous
not.
about
Don't tell me.
the
Don't lie to me.
tournament.
Every time I see that grotesque, like, crying cat face, I just think of
Okay,
Katy
it's back
Perry
up.
doing the, you just have to say that you're fine, but you're not really fine, and you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That's just
Oh my
me.
God.
That was me at work.
That's me whenever somebody asks me how I'm doing when they call me at work. I'm
Look
like,
at this.
"How are you
This
today?"
is the
They're like,
bird
"Oh,
I'm
good,
planning
how are
on
you?"
getting you guys. Look at this pure watermelon. It's so cute.
Bird Malone.
Bird melons. His name will be Melon, short for watermelon.
Clever.
I talked to a couple people who do have lovebirds that are these colors. I'm like, what's the best way to distinguish, like, without a blood test, if they're male or female? And they were like, well, their blood tests aren't even that expensive. They're like $10, depending on where you go, but more commonly they are just $10. But the easiest way is how loud they are. So if they're not that loud, then they're male. Or if they're not that loud, they're female, but they're extremely loud, they're male. I'm like, oh, perfect. And I am the worst. I am eating during a stream.
Wow.
Well, as long as it's not like,
Jasper, you want under the
so
blanket?
close to the mic that it's like borderline pornographic.
Well, I'm not
in
wearing
some
my
way.
headset right now, so come here, Jasper. Jasper, come here. Come here. I'm not fighting you on this. You're whining for my attention, so come here.
Like if I take the puff guard off of this condenser mic and I'm just like, it's the
I'm
worst.
trying to get Jasper to lay down.
What up, guys?
To be honest, since it's a weekend, I don't normally get all that much views, so I don't really give a shit. Weirdly enough, I get the most views on Mondays.
Monday.
And again, for YouTube's sake, the music that's being played right now, and hashtag not sponsored,
Hold up.
is from Audio Library No Copyright Music. It is in the description below. I'm mainly repeating so YouTube doesn't get on my ass, because I played last time on Spotify. Even said I was playing from Spotify and I wasn't being sponsored by anybody. They still got on my ass.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they expect.
Hello, Kevin. Who's doing helicopter noises?
I don't know.
It's not me.
Don't hurt me, Pega. No.
Piss off!
This
Vin,
stream
protect me
already
from
went to
Pega.
shit. What the fuck, you?
I'm not a very good shield, though.
Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned.
Vinny, what? What'd you
Don't
say,
worry.
boo-boo?
Don't worry.
I said I'm not a very good shield, though.
You're okay.
Okay, but I couldn't hear.
Damn it.
Pega, do you want me to read the note I have for Feghost?
What?
The note I have for Feghost on Discord.
What are you writing him a note?
No, it's okay. You know how on Discord when you go to someone's profile you can write someone a note?
Yeah.
They can write down a note. So my note for Feghost is purple coat, yellow eyes, make you go new.
Oh my god. I'm sure he loves that. I literally just had to turn you down, Rachel. Or Emmett. God damn it, I'm so tired.
I'm sorry, I turned it down as much as I could.
There we go, I just turned it down a bit more. I could still hear you, but the game I can't hear.
There we go. I'm sorry, gunshots are loud.
You're a thought.
Be gone.
I called Adriana a thought today, and she just glared at me, and it was funny.
Seems like a reasonable response.
I think I got called a thought like twice today.
Was it like someone like legit like insulting you?
Well, one of them was some wacko on VR chat.
Of course.
And so I was like, I don't take this seriously. But, and then I think Taka called me a thought, which I also didn't take seriously, but...
You can't take Taka seriously when she starts insulting people.
Yeah, not unless she's, like, actually saying something like...
We're not
super
playing
mean or
anything,
something.
We're drawing burbs. Let me smash Becky.
Hey,
No, Ron. Hmm?
do you need a tissue?
Why do you want a tissue?
Oh, look at his name.
Oh, yeah.
Sneezy.
Oh,
Dark Siamea. What?
I always do that every now and again. I'll just change my name to something stupid.
Sneezy anus. That's an old Gang Grumps meme. What the fuck, my dude?
Why not? It's funny. And it always...
Is it up dog?
Oh my god, I got someone in VR chat to do that and they blocked me.
What, the what's up dog joke?
The up dog, yeah.
Oh.
They blocked me and it was the funniest shit.
Oh my god, they
so
fucking
sad,
block you.
No, I thought it was hilarious. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's great, but like,
Oh, yeah,
what a dramatic response.
Emmett is playing Fallout.
Alright.
Oh, excuse
Well,
me.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Well,
Have a good night.
Alright, man. Wish me luck on my...
Thanks for ruining the opening of my stream.
Oh, wait, hold up.
And you're blocked.
Wait, Pega, before I go, I gotta make you a good note.
No.
Oh, my note is already good enough. It's judged. You're judged. I don't know when
Go to bed.
I don't even know where...
Go to bed, you
Okay,
thought.
Fine. Don't call me a fucking thought.
You're a thought. Everyone go to
You know
Dan's Twitter, Dan the Tree, and call him a thought.
Thought.
Don't call me a thought.
I don't even know you. I don't mean it. I just like the word thought.
Especially don't retweet that post I made about making a parody of Raiden Solo.
Retweet it. No, why are you trying to promo on my channel?
Wait, no, I wasn't. No. Well, actually, you helped. You helped. So shush.
Go fuck yourself and go to bed.
Well, there you are.
You know
Yeah,
what? I'm not
yeah.
going
Listen to
bed
what
anymore.
Dark said.
Screw
Be
you.
gone, thought.
Nah, I'm staying here now.
No, I'm kicking you out of the call.
If you do, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, I see a kick server.
No, don't do it.
Then go to bed.
I don't want to go to bed now.
Go to bed.
You can't make me dead.
I'll at Mimi. I'll message her right now.
No, don't Mimi. Don't Mimi. Not Mimi. Kevin,
Everyone's just
I
now
will-
adding you saying "Be gone, thought." Like everyone's just
Kevin,
in
I
the
will
chat
all
saying
your
"Be gone,
retro
thought."
games.
I'm gonna do it. I'm messaging Mimi right now.
You heard of Elf on the Shelf.
You
Get
heard
ready
of
for Pega
the elf
Gamer
on the
mini
shelf. Now
table.
get ready for Pega Gamer on a mini wooden table. What?
Makes sense.
What did you just tag me in? I'm not playing that right now.
Well, no, don't play it right now. It's like 8 seconds, but... I
By
mean,
the
it's
way, I'm
stupid.
not used
It
to
just
drawing
seems up your
birds.
alley for
We're
humor.
drawing this adorable thing, but I'm drawing it fat, so.
If I ever do get to the point where I have to make a Splatoon parody of riding solo, I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna have to do it.
How fat should I make this bird?
A circle.
Make him the chubbiest little bird ever.
Is this chubby enough?
Make him a big chungus.
Is that chungy enough? Is that chunky?
It'll do.
I think I need to make his head bigger. Hold on. In order for this to work. Because what? Like, their heads are very, like, ovally shaped. So. How's that? Is that better?
What? What?
Birds are basically potatoes with beaks. You're not wrong. And that scream for no reason.
Yo, guys.
What?
If you play D&D, you would understand. Look at me, chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean-
yeah. Okay. Actually, good night. See you guys later.
Night night.
Oh, no.
Bye. Bye.
Betty, you could speak up if you like. Or you're just here to hang out. That's okay too.
I don't really know what to say.
Just say whatever, as long as it's not, like, anything too inappropriate.
I don't say inappropriate things. I'm a pure.
I'm more
being.
saying it towards everyone else.
Yeah.
Talk about.
He knows the rest of us are nasty.
You're a nasty hoe. Especially
I am.
you.
Oh,
I am the nastiest, probably.
Furious type in this furious.
Well, the funny thing is, I have a D&D character. I have two, actually, that are birds.
Hmm. Oh,
And,
yeah?
and Amaro, who is the body, who's a really salty, chaotic, evil wizard. And then a chaotic, good Kenku.
It's pretty legit.
oh yeah. So I'm pretty sad that Toys R Us is like shutting down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I mean,
The funny thing is, they're like, blame millennials. It's like, no, it's not us. It's basic sales.
yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
They got
Toys R
like,
Us is closing.
Extreme debt.
Yeah, it's like, also, I think it's like our generation is also like having less and less kids.
Well,
So,
that's what they're blaming it on.
Oh, us not popping out babies left and right.
Yeah.
Why are you procreating to make things to buy our stuff?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're getting on about. It's like, well, you're not paying us enough to pay rent, so
Why
Yeah.
should we pop out kids?
yeah. So how can we pop out kids and like
And then support them.
yeah. Exactly. So it's like
Literally cheaper to have a dog or a cat.
yeah. Oh, I remembered. Pega, was it you that was telling me about the news article from the Daily Mail or whatever that was like trying to go into the psychology of why millennials like weird memes?
Yeah. Did you find it?
No, I was looking for it. and I
Oh
couldn't
my
find
god,
the
I need
one
to
with
find
the-
it because my friend Jet is like the prettiest fucking human being in the fucking world, I swear to god. Like, if I'm correct, they identify as they or he, but they're very comfortable with their body. They haven't transitioned yet, but they're very
yeah.
comfortable with their body right now, which is perfectly fine.
like masculine, non-binary type.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
they are so fucking pretty. I've met with them in like person the first time was at con, and I'm like, you're really pretty, and they're like, oh, thank you. And then like every now and then I'll at them and be like, Jet is my very pretty friend. And Jet's like, shut up, you're cute. I'm like, no, Jet is my pretty friend. I'm literally the ugly friend. And he's like, what? No. Well, they don't care for pronouns, but...
Yeah, like I don't know.
Oh, apparently the head of Toys R Us passed away. I think that's why.
Oh.
In a way, that would make sense
Hmm.
if you think about it business-wise. Okay, so knowing basic business, you have two options when the head of a company dies. You either continue where they left off, or you stop.
Huh.
And if as long as things are going good, then you, can, like, for example, Disney. Walt Disney passed away. They were still going very well. Look at them now. Toys R Us, the head of them died, but they're also in extreme debt. They have no other choice but to close shop.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
basic. It's sadly basic business practice, and people don't actually understand it.
Oh yeah. Someone mentioned that. Someone mentioned a VP died.
We know. Is that a chunkiest chungus? Is that the chunkiest of chunguses you've ever seen?
It's a pretty chungy bungus.
Chunky bungus.
I don't know. I think my favorite out of those words might have to be scrungus.
What?
Which I think is like for the opposite of being like a chungus.
Alright, let's line art this little thing.
But what about bogus? Does anybody remember bogus?
Bogus was a word.
Yeah. I haven't heard that in...
You know what's one I haven't heard in a while? But only heard it, like, ironically, but never heard it, like, actually used how it's supposed to be. Hella.
Yeah. I haven't heard someone say hella with any level of seriousness in a very long time.
It's a good burp. 10 out of 10 burp squeaks. Thank you. But yeah, once I do get, like, comfortable enough, I will live stream again with the burb. With Melon.
With the Malone.
That's what his name's gonna be. His name's gonna be Melon. I'm also gonna wait till, like, I have more, like, time to spend, like, with the animal. So, obviously, I'm able to get it to work with Jasper. Evan obviously knows that definitely, too.
Yeah.
Well, also, you hang out with him, too, so he's perfectly socialized.
He's got no problem. Like, he gets excited.
Yeah, but the thing is with the bird, they need more socialization with people, especially if he's gonna be the only one.
Yeah, then, like...
So...
kind of like...
That's gonna be the hardest part, so that's why I'm waiting, and especially right now. Like, in a way, I do have the funds to get a bird, but I don't have the funds to take care of the bird.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I've talked to, like, somebody, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait, like, even though I said I'm going to wait, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a bird, but I'm gonna wait, and they immediately were like, don't do it, you're not in the right position. I'm like, the fuck did I just say?
Yeah, like, I said I'm not gonna.
Yeah, thanks for stating the obvious.
Like, right now, though, I am taking advantage of, like, watching a bunch of training videos, watching a bunch of, you know, stuff about the birds themselves, and the type of bird I want, and it's fun. I'm just talking about birds. Glove and boots. What's the weirdest name that you've heard for an animal?
Peppers.
What?
Peppers.
Oh, like, you mean like a weird
Name.
Like that somebody named the animal?
I never owned a bird, but I want to own a chinchilla. Hold up a chinchilla, cat into griffin. Yep.
Chinchillas are super cute.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they stink, and you have to like give them sand, because that's how they
Yeah.
make themselves.
Yeah, they take little dirt baths.
That's how they keep themselves clean. Look at this fat child. But yeah, I basically, the reason, like, again, like, even with my work schedule, I could get it to work, but just financially right now, I can't.
Mm.
So, again, like, if I did get a bird and I was still working where I'm at now, and, like, things were okay, then yeah, the bird would be perfectly socialized, he would be comfortable, the hours would just be really wonky for him. I don't want him getting too much sleep or getting too bored. Basically. But, the other problem is that I like how everyone's in the chat is talking about D&D right now. But, the biggest issue I would have is, making sure that they're perfectly socialized.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest issue. So, the diet for a lovebird is actually not that bad. If I'm correct, they're mostly herbivores. Or they mostly eat fruit.
Yeah.
So, so that won't be too hard, and I can easily get him, like, balanced on a good seed and fruit diet.
Yeah, in that way, like...
He's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I already have one animal to take care of. You know, I don't have a problem taking care of another, but the other thing is introducing Jasper to the bird, and the other way around.
And making sure he doesn't, like...
Or neither of them, like, get mad at each other for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Exactly, because... Yeah, like, depending on what kind of pet, sometimes they...
Yeah. I've been asking a couple other people, and they said the best way to introduce your dog to the bird is have your dog in a kennel, especially if they get overly excited, and have the bird on your hand, and ease them close to the kennel. And if the dog gets a little too excited, move, and, like, or you could tell that the bird's getting, like, a little too, like, you know,
Yeah.
you need to move the bird away. Either way. So,
Yeah,
make
before
sure
they
they
get
don't
all, like...
fidgety.
Mm-hmm.
But
Before
one of my...
they go ape shit.
Yeah. A couple of my neighbors in the same building I'm in, they're right next to me, actually. They're right behind me. They have birds. They have, like, 7 birds, and I don't hear them at all unless the window's open. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I didn't know that they had birds until, like, it was a really sunny day out. It was, like, really warm out. And their cage, because they all are in the same cage, so they get along very well, obviously. But they're all sitting in the same cage. I went to go get my mail, and I look over, and there's this giant fucking, like, 24 by 30 cage just hanging out outside with, like, all these birds. And they're just hanging out, and they're, like, chirping and shit, and, like, couple, like, one of them was a green, one of them was, like, a green cheek Pikachu, one was two were, like, cockatiels, and, like, a few other ones were, lovebirds, and then like, 2 were, like, budgies or something like that. I don't remember what all of them were. But I was like, holy shit. I'm like, and I noticed the owner came out, and I'm like, can I just say something real quick? And they're like, what? I'm like, I did not hear your birds whatsoever. They are so quiet. He goes, really? They're noisy as hell. I'm like, I can't hear them through the walls. And he's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, he's probably a little relieved.
Yeah. He was like, I was worried. I'm like, I was worried my dog was gonna be too loud. He goes, I hear a couple, but he's normally really quiet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope he doesn't freak out your bird. And they're like, nah, he's used to it.
Hey guys, I just found our old group chat icon.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Look at memes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they gave me a shook.
Not even scared Phantom.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of Phantom. She like hopped into the call and was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And we're like laughing and she's like, no, seriously, why?
I'm evil.
Oh, you have
okay?
yet to meet Phantom, haven't you?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if
We talked about her before.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned her, but I don't know if I've talked to her.
She's awesome. She's okay, so imagine you're drunk, like saltiness,
Oh boy.
but sober.
Oh no.
That's
So
Phantom.
then when she gets drunk, she gets super salty, I'm guessing?
Oh no, she's still a minor.
Mm.
But yeah, she is. Rin can confirm she is
Pega
ultimate
Gamer
self.
discovers neighbors bird shook.
Yes, much shook. I got to pet one of them. The canary, not the canary, the cockatiel. One of them was like really interested in me. And they're like, oh, they want to meet you. I'm like, oh, is that okay? They're like, yeah. And they like showed me how to hold my hand and shit. And the bird's like walking all over me. Believe it or not, I actually used to have a giant fear of birds.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the really big ones, that makes total sense.
Believe it or not, they're not even that big.
Well, cockatiels are pretty small, but like macaws and things.
Oh, dude, I
get a little nervous around
I
those.
was in the
to be
park with a
honest.
couple friends, and there was this dude who had like 3 macaws hanging out with him.
Mhm.
And we were like, oh, that's so cool. And we went over, and they're like, here, you want to hold my macaw? And I'm like, what? And like, he put the macaw on my shoulder, and I'm like, and the bird was like super chill. He was like, yeah, whatever. I'm here. He was really sweet. His name was Tim. I keep meeting birds named Tim for some reason.
I had no idea so many people were naming their birds Tim.
He was really funny. He was like a silver-colored macaw.
Okay, okay. Okay,
I know the person who's scared of butterflies and moths. There's some weirder.
Mm.
Oh, my link expired?
okay,
It's currently closed right now, but, I might open up the server again on another time. Those links are normally open for only 24 hours, so.
you got a poof?
Who's poofing?
Emmett.
Oh. Oh yeah, he gotta go to work. Go to bed. It's fine.
Also, like, I noticed that you keep changing your username.
Yeah, I mean, everyone pretty
Chungus
much knows I'm
Bungus.
lanky at this point, so I can put whatever I want there, I guess. But then there's gonna be that one person who hasn't talked to me, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, Ass Clown 5000?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, great, that's who I am now."
Hey, at least you're not Feghost' name in here. We were joking around bagels, and we just named him Bagel.
Oh, I wanna rattle off some names from another server I'm in that people have been set to.
Yo.
Hmm?
Everybody keeps making a joke that they're gonna eat Feghost.
Yeah, don't eat Feghost. Feghost is a good boy.
Like, no, it's like for the fact that we named him Bagel.
Yeah, everyone in the server wants to eat him, and he's like, okay. I'm like, no. I might make that.
No.
I might jokingly make that a rule. Be like, don't eat Feghost. And be like, new rule has been added. Don't eat Feghost. By the way, I'm halfway through my beer right now.
Right on. But yeah, my friend is in my other server is set, and she's the admin of it, and she's set as bitch lasagna.
Bitch
As her name.
lasagna.
Yep.
I'm looking up. I keep looking up funny bird pictures.
Birds are hilarious. I don't know why they're so funny.
They are. Because they're like dinosaurs, but not giant. They're like tiny, awkward dinosaurs.
They're really cute though.
Mm-hmm.
Look in the voice text chat.
More jokes coming in 3, 2, 1. Nope. Please do not vor Feghost. Okay, thanks. He a good boy. Also, yes, I'm being lazy. I'm taking colors from the picture and just using it to color the bird. Alright, and then the tips of its wings are black, so that's not too hard. Oh no,
This has to be like one of my favorite birds on the planet.
What is it?
Oh, Jesus.
I believe it's called a great patoo.
Patu?
A patu?
Yeah, like I don't know if you can legally own this monster, but
Where'd you post it?
like,
Oh my god.
oh, it's in voice text chat and
No,
shit
yeah, you
post.
can't own those unless you had like a legal thing.
Yeah,
saying
like you
can't.
need like a zoo permit or something. But I just love their twacked out eyeballs and how they look like a completely different animal from different angles. Oh.
Alright. My two favorite animals, or two favorite birds, is obviously this adorable thing. And then but trying to think of the name. Bearded vulture.
I do like bearded vultures, although I would almost classify those as dragons. Borderline dragons. Because they kind of look like it.
They're cool as shit. This is
are.
actually really cute, to be honest. Did you know the red that they have on their faces? Did you know the reason why they do that is in order to look intimidating?
They paint themselves red, so they're like, I'm scary.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's cute.
I thought it was like stained from the blood of things they ate.
No,
or something
they
metal
were.
like that.
It's a mating thing.
Pega, do you like
What?
my new look?
What's your new look? What
Look
did
at
you
my
do?
icon.
Oh god.
I can't see your icon.
It's a goofy owl.
Oh, I have to go to Discord real quick. Why? Then again, my picture is fucking Tallow Flame. What the fuck is your brother doing?
Patu sounds like what I sound like when I sneeze.
Patoo. Yeah,
I don't know
mean,
why I could see you owning a Patu though.
I just like how every picture of them, they look like some kind of cryptid. Like something people claim they saw, but nobody's really sure if it exists kind of pictures.
Oh
Have
my
you seen
God.
bald eagles looking forward?
Yes.
I love those so much. I'm like, America's bird.
Yeah, you're all like, see it from the side and you're like, such majesty. And then it looks head on and you're like, ugh.
Oh no, I'm like, yes.
Well, I always laugh. I'm just like, oh my god.
I love it. I remember, I still talk with one of my teachers, and I sent a picture of that to him, and I'm like, look at America's bird, and he's like, why are we still contacting each other? I'm like, because of things like this.
I'm gonna look up what a gray patoo sounds like, because I honestly have
Look
no
at the
idea.
cuties! Look at this cutie! You cannot tell me that this thing is adorable. You can't lie to me saying that this isn't adorable.
Okay, next favorite bird picture.
Yes, fucking me.
Sorry, I don't know what.
Whoa.
Is it cool?
What?
It's something. It's a noise.
It's a noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my brother's like listening to anime music while he's playing Roblox.
Anime? You mean J-pop?
That's a what?
You mean J-pop?
Yeah.
I'm
And it's repeating over and over and over again. Riley, change the damn song.
I can't. I just hear it. Riley, change the song. I can't. Look at this cute bird. Tell me you would not have this bird in your home.
Look at my cute icon.
Look at this melon bird. I remember posting in the bird page on the way here, actually. Like, on the way home. And, I was like, can I please see your flying fruit babies? I've had a bad day at work, and someone goes, oh no, we better post all the flying fruit babies. Jasper's asleep. Oh, good birdo. Yes, you're a good birdo.
This was the only clip I could find of, like, the bird actually making the noise. And it's really crappy quality, but it's enough to be like a what the fuck is that kind of a noise.
It's the great Pato.
Oh my god, I love that. It's just like, oh wow, look at it. Arrgh!
Yeah, it's like...
I love that. I love it. I genuinely love that. Just be like, oh wow, look at this beautiful bird. It's so great. Arrgh!
It's like that, what is that? There's a really rare parrot that, it can't fly. It's also endangered, probably because it can't fly, or it doesn't want to. I forget
there's some
which,
birds out there that just flat out don't want to fly.
What is... Oh, the kakapo.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a gigantic parakeet.
Yeah, but they're too lazy to fly.
So like they can fly, but they just don't wanna. It's like, you guys are getting your population's going out. You guys won't exist after a while, and they're like, but it's so much work.
That reminds me, there's this channel called Bird Tricks. # not sponsored. But, it's so fucking cute. There's this bird that they're training right now. Her name is Morgan. And she is a rescue. And they're trying to teach her how to be basically a bird. And there's
teaching her how to bird.
Yeah, she's a macaw. She's really pretty. She's a rainbow macaw, but it's called a Camelot macaw. But she's learning right now, and there's this really funny and cute part where there's a bird named Jinx, and they're trying to get him to say his name. So she's like, "What's your nickname?" And he's like, "Bubba," but she's like beating him to it, so she's like, "Bubba, bubba, bubba." It's so fucking adorable, and it's like, oh my god, she's trying to talk. I do. Oh, have a good night, Retro. But yeah, if you guys ever want to like learn more about birds, or you're just interested in general, go watch their channel. She's an actual bird trainer, so she knows what she's doing. But yeah, it's really cute because like she's like Bubba, and they're like, "What's your name?" And like she's understanding like how to talk. It's just really cute. And before they did the talking, she's just going and like her mom Patty's like, "Oh really? And she's like,
Why
like,
do I keep opening up Windows Movie Maker? What the fuck?
what are you against Movies Maker? How dare you?
No, it's like I have bad butterfingers, okay?
The watermelon is done. The fat watermelon. I just need to change the line color.
Also, I posted a few more pictures, like in the voice chat.
Oh, I need to make that darker. There we go. There is the melon. There's the cute watermelon.
Hey.
Look at it! Look at the watermelon! Watermelon. What bird should I draw now?
Yo, take a look in text and chat.
I'm
You should
scared
draw a
to.
Patu. Draw the special boy.
Well, thanks for posting references for me.
It's a Raven Doberman.
Have you seen Polly, the movie about the super intelligent bird?
Yes.
It's fictional.
Oh
But it's a
my
movie
God,
I
I've
watched a
seen
lot
that.
as a kid. I have not. We should do a movie night on Rabbit one of these days.
Oh God, yeah, like, and find Polly.
Yes. Weirdly enough, Rico or whatever was actually Rio. Rio was weirdly enough actually a really good movie. I liked that one a lot. A lot of people are like, "But it's so bad." I'm like, I liked it. You don't have to like the same thing.
Oh, you mean Rio with the bluebirds and all them?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, that one was alright.
Melon, I'm gonna have to move you, BB. I'm so sorry.
So I'm not. So,
I want this bird in my life. I genuinely want this bird in my life right now.
Not too sure about this well, but...
I had to make him smaller. Also, I like how they got, I can't remember his name. He's that one Mexican comedian. George Lopez.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
They got George Lopez to play the toucan. So, like, there's this part where he's with Rio and they're walking down the street and they're like, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I'm going home to my family." "You have a family?" "Yeah. I like leaving them sometimes. I don't know why." I'm like, are they making a Mexican stereotype?
Oh,
Don't do this, kid. You're a kid's movie. Then again, there's sexual ones.
Yeah, I mean...
But then if you actually do look in the behavioralism of toucans, depending on the type of toucan, like, they do leave their kids every now and then.
Yeah, I mean...
I am the only ninja here. Okay. Night.
Who's saying night?
Mm.
Okay, Vinny.
Oh, Vinny had to go, okay. At least you got to hang out. Helpful for me is that their beak is part of their face.
Oh, for a Patu?
Yeah, I'm drawing a Patu right now.
Mm.
I'm not taking it very seriously.
I mean, if you think of, like, like what it looks like when Kermit the Frog opens his mouth.
You should
That's
look at
kinda what
stream
it's
and
like.
see what I'm drawing right now.
I mean, that looks pretty accurate. There's not a lot of ways to like inaccurately draw Batu, really. Oh god, I just looked at the stream and just saw I have the power of God and anime side.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Vine quotations is welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
There's this really cute video that legitimately gives me life.
Mm-hmm.
And I send it to you. It's so fucking cute. You guys should look it up. It's small. Like this is how I searched up. Small yellow bird eats camera, and it's the first one that's It's the first one that is uploaded, and it's really fucking cute. And it's this tiny little yellow bird. I can't remember the type of bird it was, but
I found a video on Twitter about a couple of people saving a bunch of baby ducks.
But she was like, "That's my camera," and he's like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah." Oh, continuously taps the camera, and he's like, "Ha ha ha ha." I drew your bird. Are you happy?
Yay. Yes. Kill me.
Oh god, I almost took a drink of my Pepsi and I almost spat it out.
Oh, don't do that.
The worst is when it comes out of your nose.
I laughed one time and I had a monster almost come through my nose.
I laughed so hard one time
I
when
was
I was
in
at the
agony.
bar. Because I literally watched someone, like, eat shit, and I laughed so hard. It was literally karma though. I laughed so hard, beer came out of my nose, and it was Guinness, and it burned.
Oh. Ooh.
The bartender had a good laugh, though. I obviously now find it hilarious, but it wasn't funny at the time. I'm like, that fucking hurt, and she's just laughing at me.
Also, guys, like, note to self: never play Crash Bandicoot while you're drunk.
Oh yeah, you messaged us like the day because beforehand you're like, I'm gonna drink and play Crash Bandicoot, and literally next day you're like, I made mistakes. We were like, what? It was so funny because at first you were so excited and none of us said anything, and literally the exact next day you're like, I've made mistakes.
Yeah, it was because it was my parents' anniversary. My aunt came over and she bought me a bottle of wine because my parents' anniversary is like 10 days after my birthday, and it was like a birthday present to me. And I drank a whole.
Don't eat my camera, bird. Really? Oh, my coworker Amber and I quote that at work all the fucking time. Whenever we're feeling bad, we quote it. There you go. There's your bird. Wooples. I'll just have to stand on top of the building and be like, Rooples. Pooples, and then they'd run.
That's when I became Russian Batman.
That's literally the first thing I show people. They're like, what's Game Grumps about? And I just show them that. I just show them that Let's Play. I'm like, it's not very long. 6 episodes long. Just watch it.
Do you remember that part in the video where they were like in that game, they were shooting that guy down? It was like, I'm a jellyfish.
Yeah. I haven't watched that Let's Play. It's one of those Let's Plays where I watch if I'm feeling especially down. I'll turn it on and be like, yes.
You know, it's like
I like how I named the layer "Kill Me."
Yes.
Do you know the way was the shortest lived meme? Yes. No, actually, no. The spaghetti one was very short-lived.
Yeah, spaghetti.
There you go. There's
Mhm.
there's your bird.
where the road goes.
Are you happy?
Yes. It's good.
Kill me.
It's my ugly baby boy, and I love him.
What's his name?
Huh?
What is his name?
Mm.
I found you a bird to draw.
Bert.
I found you a bird to draw.
What?
Let me just.
I was gonna draw an angry-looking cockatiel.
I DM'd it to you.
Oh no. Ren? No, I'm not drawing that.
Okay. I was just
I'm drawing a
I was
very
just
angry cockatiel.
I was just kidding anyway.
I'm still
Oh my
naming the
God.
layer "Kill Me."
Out of curiosity, I typed in ugliest bird into Google Images.
What came up?
Wait.
I'm grossly offended partly because the Patu comes up as like the fourth result, but most of the other ones don't disappoint.
I just realized
What the
it
hell
wasn't
are
bad.
birds?
Look at this potato right here. You see this potato? This is the most beautiful potato I've ever drawn in my entire life.
It's a good potato.
A good watermelon potato.
They look like dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, they kind of are.
I saw this really funny comic. It was like a T-Rex. It was like, yes, I'm evil, and you see it slowly shrinking. He's like, no, what is happening? And you see this tiny little canary, and the person's like, come here, sweetie. It's time for you to have some of your sunflower seeds. And the bird's really mad.
I wouldn't say this is the ugliest bird, but it is, I feel dark, intense energy from this picture.
Oh my god.
I think it's
Looks
just...
like it looks like they're just about to beat someone up.
Yeah, I know.
Let me see.
I don't know what this bird is, but...
And the bird below it is my reaction to that bird that you said.
He's so muscular. I love it. Look up chickens. They're actually really cute.
Turk chickens?
Chickens.
It's like, it's like, we're so in sync. It's like you sent like a strong like bird that could beat someone up, and then I'm just like sending a picture of a bird screaming.
I've never drawn a cockatiel, so.
Like, oh fuck.
It just worked out.
Wish me luck, guys. I've never drawn a cockatiel before. Then again, I'm not used to drawing birds. Did you look them up?
I tried looking up Turk chicken, but then I got a bunch of disgusting pictures of turducken dishes.
Here, let me look it up. Turducken bird. tried changing my my search up. Chickens that look like turkeys.
I want to see. I could probably tell you name of the bird my grandma has bird books up the wazoo.
We had a couple of these. They were actually, like, their necks are weird, but they're actually really sweet, cute things.
Yeah.
Here we go. Found them. They're chickens that are bred that look like turkeys.
Huh.
They're actually... Okay, so the birds that I'm describing is they literally look like normal chickens, but their necks are bare. And, here, I'll post it. I'll post the link of it in chat. But, they are actually the sweetest fucking things in the world. I loved them. Like, my dad used to have a couple of them. And,
Oh yeah, I remember.
they
I
are
remember, like,
literally the sweetest things in the world. Same with, one that we had was, Henrietta. She was a white hen, and she was the sweetest fucking thing in the world. Like, my dad, when I was staying with my dad, he let me stay in the trailer. And every now and then, I would try so hard to let him let her sleep in the,
my sister just DM'd me, like, asking, telling me that she's questioning my sanity.
I feel like with some of these pictures of these turkey chickens, I feel like if you crop their neck from the right angle and you text it to somebody, they'll think it's a dirty picture and they'll get really upset. And then you could zoom out and be like, just kidding, it's a chicken.
Oh.
How angry is this bird? He mad.
Oh, guinea hens those are the devil's birds. And I only say that because I got attacked by like 5 of them at one time.
Ooh.
Yeah, my friend had them, and 2 of them went for my legs, and then one of them like hopped up on my back and started trying to pull out my hair. And I don't really know why. They just were like, look, there he is. Take him out, boys.
Weirdly enough, our chickens were smart enough to we would call them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even joking. Like, having hens actually helped get me over my fear of birds. Believe it or not, yeah, I used to have a giant fear of birds, but now obviously I'm like, I want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these birds were so smart. We could just be we would hold our arm out, literally do the calling, the hand position and everything, and they would literally fly to your hand. They were so smart. I loved them. One that we had, again, Henrietta.
I lived on a chicken farm.
Well, no, we didn't live on a farm either. We just had a bunch of chickens. That's it. But, my grandma has nice chickens, but the rooster's not so much evil little dudes. One of our neighbors had a rooster, and he tried fucking our chickens, and our chickens were not having any of his shit.
I'm pretty sure my friend growing up had a rooster that... I mean, I can't speak on behalf of the rooster, but from outsider's point of view, I'm pretty sure this rooster was gay. Because they also lived around a lot of hens. He took no interest in hens and only hung around, the bigger, buffer roosters.
He had a type, man.
So, Yeah, he definitely did. He was kind of like the rooster equivalent of a twink, I think. Is that the right word? I think technically that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what a
yeah,
twink
so,
is? Okay, just to be sure, for the audience, what is a twink?
So a twink is kind of a like, in short, it's a gay guy who like is not very buff, is very like clean shaven. Usually is a little more on like the like smaller side, like
Yeah.
smaller body frame.
And
I
then
guess
an otter is the exact same thing, but hairy.
Huh. I was always unclear on what an otter was, but
Do you want to know where I heard that?
where?
Achievement Hunter.
Huh.
It was like one of the first few months where Jeremy was working there, and he called Gavin an otter as an insult, and he's like, "What's an otter?" And Jeremy, like everyone else, was like, "Yeah, what is that?" And Jeremy's like, "Oh no." So he had to explain to all these guys, except for Michael, because Michael actually knew what it was. But all these guys who are older than him, like because Jeremy now is like 20, he's not much older than we are. He's actually your age.
Huh.
And he, between like 26 to 42, what a fucking otter was. And he was so awkward because it was his first day being an official achievement hunter, and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get fired.
Oh boy.
So they explained to him what it was, and then so for a while, that entire video, they kept calling Gavin an otter, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Look at this mad bird. Me is a mad.
Every time I think of otters, regardless of context, this is always the first image that comes into my mind. And I saw it like years ago. It's just eating a watermelon and it absolutely hates it.
Me. When I hear someone I don't like at work talk.
Oh boy.
It's fucking me.
Hello, new person in the stream.
Hello.
Oh my god, I just noticed the otter.
Yep.
It looks like the otter looks like like a girlfriend who had a bad breakup.
Yeah.
When she sees the new, it's more of like the otter's face is like seeing the new, the quote-unquote replacement.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah, just the look of absolute disgust.
I'm gonna make, this is the angriest bird I have ever drawn.
Yeah, it's like...
In my entire life. Look at this mad bird.
Big old grumper.
If anyone has had a, if anyone who is watching this has ever had a, fucking, cockatiel, please confirm. Or at least know somebody who has a cockatiel. Because all the ones I've met are actually really sweet and friendly. So please confirm, are they this grumpy? Also, I'm just kind of using an image as a reference, because it looks mad.
The reason why I thought the otter was crying was because of the watermelons like dripping out of the mouth and then...
Oh, the juice. Yeah.
And then the eyes are like watery.
No, I just think he really dislikes that watermelon. Or at least it just looks like it. He could be like mid-chewing, I'm not sure.
Look how mad this bird is. He's so mad.
They're crying because they tasted the perfect watermelon.
Hello, Jamie.
I mean,
I'm just drawing birds.
it is the most beautiful thing in my life. It's watermelon. It's
It's watermelon. They got helmets on their heads, but I want watermelon instead. He tosses and turns due to the thunder, but got watermelon to soothe my slumber.
I remember there was the
I had somebody
There was
tell me I was racist for quoting this.
what?
Yeah.
It's not racist to quote that.
I was like, alright, whatever. But then I continued really quoting them, and they were like, stop! I'm like, no.
No, it's not racist.
No. And if anything, you should be calling him racist for fucking making the jokes.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is like, I mean,
I know we're gonna get like into like some weird touchy subjects, but whatever. That's what we do.
I mean, like I don't want to go down that rabbit hole too deep. I'm just like gonna say
Like the summary of it, basically.
yeah, like in short, it's a matter of like, if you know somebody is comfortable like with certain kinds of jokes, and as long as you have like an understanding that like, okay, it's not okay to be like this for real,
Yeah.
then like that's one thing. But like if you don't know very well, then like it's usually good to shy away from like jokes that are really risky. Like
Unless you want to inch into those kinds of jokes and see if they are cool with it, then that's fine. But
Yeah.
if they're not, then it's like, all right, I know my boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, don't jump balls deep into like a joke like that right away. Like, I remember one of the first people I met in VR chat. He was mostly pretty chill, but then he made like one remark that, although it didn't pertain to me in any way, it was still enough for me to be like, "Whoa, dude!" Like, that's kind of funny, but I'm more laughing out of shock.
Look at this angry bird. He's so upset.
Yeah.
I love it.
That-
He is mad.
Hey, Pega, I guess you can say they're angry birds.
They're an angry bird.
That is an angry bird.
He's so mad. See, me is a mad. Why do you guys think he's mad? Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to find out. I hate doing that, but it's funny.
When's the next game coming out?
Smash the like button, or whatever people say now.
Oh,
Did they
geez.
stop saying the like?
Oh yeah,
The
there was a
smash the
Vine that
like
was like, hey, to all the YouTubers out there, why do we have to smash the like button?
Yeah, can I just click on it?
Yeah. Alright,
Like,
name another bird.
like, give the-
Let's see.
Chat, you could... What did I do? I don't know what I just did. But whatever. Chat, go ahead and comment what you would like to see a drawing of a bird next, because we have plenty of room.
Chat means cat in French.
I found one.
What's it called?
It's called a helmet pigeon.
Oh god. I think I've seen those. Jasper, you are falling off my lap, my good dude.
I like fancy pigeons.
I'm letting Jasper lay in my lap right now, and he is, like, sliding off. Oh, that is a fancy bird.
Yeah, like you think of pigeons and you think of like
That is a majestic
gross,
bird.
dirty trash birds, but
What?
yeah, like these fancy ones that they breed.
Oh my god, I
are
almost
like,
forgot to mention this. I petted a pigeon in Portland today. Or not today,
Oh.
when I went to go get my medication. So, like, I was waiting for my lift, and I looked down, and there's this pigeon just kind of, like, walking around, and I crouched, and I waited for him. It was, like, a 15-minute wait, which made sense. I didn't mind.
yeah.
And I'm, like, being patient with this bird, and this bird noticed, like, my hand.
Guys, I am Confucian. My sister's weird.
But I had my finger out, and bird's, like, really curious about my hand. He's, like, going over, and he let me do little scratchies on his face. Like, I petted his beak and everything, and he was like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. And then, like, when my ride came up, he left, and someone was, like, literally, like, as walking by, they're like, are you petting a pigeon? I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
And they're like, okay. I'm like, don't judge me. It was a really cute pigeon, to be honest. It was a silver pigeon.
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
The pigeons here are pretty gross, so it's like if the one came up to me, I'd probably be kind of like, eh.
Oh no, I've seen some generic looking, like, pigeons. But I've seen some that were, like, generic colored, but they're like, it's like seeing a shiny in public.
Yeah, shiny pigeons.
Like, because, like, the normal ones are, like, really pretty blues and silvers and grays, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found one that was white, blue, and red.
Ooh.
He was so fucking pretty, and I was like, I was with a friend, and I'm like, dude, look at that bird. And, like, they looked over, and there's this pigeon, just minding his own business, just do. I'm like, that is a very pretty pigeon. The bird, like, literally looked at us, it was like, and then it just ran off. Like his little, like, feet going.
That's great.
It was so pretty, though. I'm like, I've never seen such a pretty fucking bird in my entire life like that. Or at least out in the wild. If that would count as wild.
Yeah, I mean, more or less. It's not, like, owned by somebody.
Yeah. In a way more domesticated in a way, because they're used to being around people. Because domesticated is when an animal is adjusted to, like, being around humans.
Yeah. Like,
So.
Oh, that pigeon looks. That pigeon looks fucking majestic.
It's like the bird version of Frou Frou.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, like, I'm just kind of looking at fancy pigeons in Google right now, and...
One of my friends has a pigeon.
That's pretty cool.
It's literally named after the pigeon from Sesame Street. I just realized
That's
how I'm
great.
drawing this pigeon is like a Pokemon.
I'd like to have a fancy pigeon, but I
It's
have
probably-
a cat.
Well, you can get them to adjust. Apparently it takes longer with cats than dogs.
Well, yeah, because that's, like, a cat's, like, instinct is, like, to go after birds, so...
Weirdly enough, it's actually not that. It's a territory thing.
Yeah, like... I remember with my cat
I
Mickey...
could be wrong.
back in-
I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. And Aggie is very jealous, like, it took me 3 months of bribing her with food from under my couch in order for her to like me.
Yeah.
Like, she was like a half
Sassy
feral
natured
when I got
pigeon.
her.
Yes. Also,
Yeah, so, like-
I wanted to read out what this person wrote real quick. With a
Oh,
straight
yes.
face, like, yes, I'm petting this good bird. He deserves to be petted. Yeah, that was basically what it was like. My Lyft driver came up when the bird was like, okay, I'm done being petted. He's like, I'll be honest, I was supposed to arrive like 2 minutes ago, but I couldn't help but watch you pet a pigeon, and it was really cute. I'm like, he was a good bird. He deserved scratches too. He was really soft, because you know how people are like, oh, they're gross and dirty.
Yeah,
He
like,
was very soft. Birds are a lot softer than I thought they would be.
yeah, birds are weirdly... I mean, I've some of the, like, gross pigeons I've seen here where it's just, like, I could tell looking at that one that it's not soft, but...
To be honest, it didn't look soft, but then I was petting and I'm like, what? And obviously you don't pet under the wings or certain areas because that's only for mates, but you can pet their beak, the top, the back, and under their neck, and a little bit towards their chest.
Yeah, like...
So you can do, again, it also depends on the bird, but all around the neck, like basically from their shoulders up, you can pet them.
Yeah, I remember my when I had my parakeet or cockatiel, and it fell in love with my dad pretty much. And my dad would just like massage like the sides of its face, like its cheeks, and a little bit behind its neck, like very gently, and just go, "Oh, birdie stress. Oh, birdie stress." And this bird would just like close its eyes and like roll its neck back, just like, and just like basking and having like little finger massages.
Yeah, they like their scratchies.
Yeah, and this one was like hamming it up, and well, so was my dad because he was sitting there going, "Oh, birdie stress" the whole time. But it's cute as hell.
Because you know how everyone do those fancy like banners and shit.
I look at this bird. Bruh, look at this bird.
This burb.
Yo, look at this bird.
And look what it says on its sign.
I tried to enter an instance where a bunch of people from Team 6 were playing werewolf in VR chat.
But it wouldn't let
And
you.
Sloth came up to me and just started mic spamming that. Yo, look at this dude.
Oh yeah, I remember in VR chat, everybody's like, "Where's my fucking Mountain Dew?"
I agree. Hi, Willow. No, you're Gary. You're Gary. You're Gary.
Yeah, I told him that you were drawing birds.
Look at this really sassy one right here.
Bruh, look at this bird.
This burb.
It's like sassy ass.
I like how I just made it sign of the sign that said "fuck you."
There's this
Okay.
this Twitter page I think you might like, Pega, if I can dig it up.
What is it?
I want to say it's
So,
I want to
oh
say
my
it's just titled "Effing Birds." Effing birds. And it's just like photos of
No,
birds with like remarks
is that
on them.
Rachel? No, it's a crested helmet pigeon. I mean, if Rachel was a bird, that's what she would be.
Yeah, because she's sassy.
I still love how every time I introduce her, like, I'm always like, this is Oreo.
But yeah, in short, it's just black and white line drawings of birds with like kind of rude remarks on them.
I love it. Oh my god, that's amazing.
But they look like classical art, borderline classical art, and it's funny to
Oh
me.
my god, why do I keep opening up this motherfucking
It wants
movie
you.
maker?
It needs you. I literally actually downloaded Windows Movie Maker just so I could do speed paints a lot better.
Yeah, I know, right?
So like what I do is that I'll make it go to like ×8, and then after that I would just kind of just move the thing to wherever I need it to, and it works just fine.
Honestly, like, yo, it's like, honestly, if I were a bird right now, I'd be this.
I'd be asleep because it's nighttime.
I used to trick my birds every now and then when they would start going off like crazy. It's like, you need to calm down, and then just like put a blanket over the cage, and they're just like, oh, it's nighttime. Good night.
Oh no, that's actually, if I'm correct, depending on the bird, that's actually the best thing to do.
Yeah, well,
If they're acting up too much that you need them to calm down, the best thing to do is put a blanket over them. Not for long, but enough for them until they calm down.
Yeah, because my cockatiels, well, really any of the birds I ever owned, like, every single one, like, was obsessed with my dad, And anytime, like, my dad went to put him back in the cage, which
They
was
throw a
usually
fit.
in my room or next to my computer, they would be, like, screaming and getting all upset, and they would do it for hours. And it's like,
Because
I'm
they
sorry,
saw
but
him
you...
as dad.
Yeah, and it's like, sorry, but you have to go back in the cage at some point. Like, Dad's got to sleep and go to work and do things.
That's why I'm going to get only one bird.
Mm-hmm.
And lovebirds are actually not even that loud. They can be loud, but only if they squawk. And just like, they're very particular about their people. So like, it's like Jasper basically. If he doesn't see me in the other room, unless he's doing his own thing, then they will throw the biggest fits. They're like, where is my family? Where are my parents? So they have to like see you. Like Jasper has to know where I'm at, like all the time.
I know Aggie does this thing where, like, if someone's walking by and she thinks it's me, but it turns out to be someone else, she'll get really excited and run into the room and then just look at them like, oh, it's you, never mind, and then just walks away.
That's fucking great.
I know, it's so funny.
Jasper normally loves, like, on everybody. But the funniest part is that one of my friends, it wasn't Emmett, but it was a different friend. She was trying to get him to do a command, and he went and listened, and I'm just watching her do this. And I'm like, Jasper, sit, or like whatever she was trying to do. She was trying to get him to sit, and he was refusing because he was getting so excited. And I just go, Jasper, sit, like all sternly, and he sits, and she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, and you guys say I don't train him or anything. Or you try to say I don't. And they're like, well, he clearly sees you as alpha. I'm like, being alpha isn't always about being aggressive.
Yeah, it's about being the authority, really.
Yeah, like, I still give him freedom. I still let him do his own thing. I respect his boundaries when he wants to be left alone. But when he needs to listen, he needs to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the pink. The pink looks great. Oh my god, look at this bird. It's like, This is definitely Rachel. She was a bird. I think you only met Rachel, like, once.
Like once or twice. I think once in VR chat and then once in the Discord.
Yeah. We were all on a call, and she was like, okay, I gotta go bye. Because she's a scrub. Everyone go to Rachel's Twitter and at her and be like, you're a scrub. That's my witch hunting. I tell people to go call people butt faces and stuff.
Just like shit that's really goofy and you can't actually be mad about it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, how am I gonna look if all of these people calling me a doo-doo head gets out? And I'm seen getting visibly upset.
To be honest, my favorite is the fucking cockatiel. Me as a mad.
It is pretty cute.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, have you seen the video of the guy who had the baby ducks following him? Yes. If I were a bird, I'd probably be a canary or a chickadee. I want to be a bird that's like, it looks vicious, but actually isn't, because apparently everyone's like, you look and act so intimidating, but you're actually not. That's literally how people describe me. I'm like, really? Like, yeah. I'm like, how am I? What?
Yeah, I've had like one or two people say that to me, and I'm like, but I'm like a little wimpy baby man.
Unless, like, someone was like, you are not all that terrifying unless someone genuinely pisses you off. I'm like, yeah. I think I would just be a duck because ducks are vicious.
They're not threatening looking, but they are actually vicious.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that I know, Canadian geese are assholes.
Oh god, yeah. Geese are scary. I don't fuck with
Oh my
geese.
god, well, the funny thing is they're very social and, like, caring creatures, but they hate people. They're cool with everybody else but people. They're like, oh yeah, there's a duck, yeah, that's cool. Oh, there's a swan, yeah. Oh yeah, there's, these flying birds. Oh yeah, there's a crane. Human? Oh, fuck them.
They're like, ew, look at it. It's bald and it walks on 2 legs. What a freak. Let's go
Just
get
like
him.
us, but ew.
See, not every Canadian is nice.
Not their geese.
Oh my god, what was it? There's a Vine guy's like, oh yeah, if there's any way, then we'll definitely tell you how to handle these kinds of birds. He has an air horn and he like presses it down towards a fucking geese and he's like, fuck off. I'm gonna draw a bearded vulture. Okay, weird thing to mention, but like, you know how like everybody draws their own depictions of like phoenixes and shit?
Mm-hmm.
In the book that I'm writing right now, my depiction of phoenixes are bearded vultures. Because I like them so much.
Because they're cool. And
They're
also
dope as
that
shit.
would make a really good design, actually.
For Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, because they borderline kind of look like dragons.
In case
Like,
you guys aren't sure, I'm gonna post a picture of what they look like. I found one that's really derpy that I want to do.
I saw a peacock episode.
Patarin. Pata? Who's Pata? Who is Pata?
I think he's trying to tell you something, but you got the keyboard mixed up.
Pata. I am not Pata.
But yeah, I'm DMing him. It's like the pictures that we sent each other in the server. It's like the ape bird, the bird screaming, and then crying otters.
Also, literally, guys, I'm not joking. I'm actually currently using Internet Explorer, not Explorer, Edge, because oh, did I tell you what's going on with that? Actually,
No.
so weirdly enough, Edge is a lot faster and works a lot better on my computer than like Chrome and Firefox.
Oh, that's ironic.
And
That's so ironic.
I know it's hilarious, and I'm like, okay, and I'm sorry, bearded vultures are so fucking funny because their beaks,
But no.
their beaks are actually really long. They have really, really wide beaks, but it's really funny because when their beaks are closed, they look like a Muppet. So like say like right here's like obviously its beak, right? Like you can tell this is its beak. Their beaks don't end until it's like back here. They have really long mouths and it's fucking hilarious. I fucking love them so much. They're derpy but majestic creatures.
I want to draw a bird now.
So like my videos like stopped loading. Like it was just a black screen and I was looking up ways to fix it and I was doing all that stuff and it wasn't working. I'm like, what the actual fuck? So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna download, Firefox, see if that fixes the problem, because it looks like it's just a Chrome problem. Nope. So I said, fuck it. I hate to tell myself this, but I'm gonna use, Edge. Everything works perfectly fine. I'm like, what? Like everything runs a lot faster, everything like looks a lot better. I'm like, what just How?
Yo, Pega.
What?
IC server. Everybody's talking about ancient Mega's bride.
Huh?
Everybody's talking about the ancient Mega's bride.
The H and what?
Oh my god, the anime that you were watching.
Yeah?
Everybody's watching.
Everyone's watching it now?
What?
Everyone's watching it now?
An IC server.
Good. You need to watch it now too. Lanky.
Oh, what anime is this?
The Ancient Magus Bride.
Oh, I've heard of that. I just never got around to watching it.
You need to watch it. No, I'm telling you, you have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
It is 24 episodes long. 24 episodes long.
Oh, good. It's a short one.
They might come out with a season 2. Which I'm personally excited about. And it is emotional train wreck. And I love it. I've literally cried multiple times. Jasper, what are you doing? Elias is a good boy. He's just weird and doesn't understand how to human.
Yeah, I mean...
Because basically...
Hell, some of us humans barely know how to human.
Yeah, there's literally a part where, like, she says, like, even humans don't know what our emotions are. He's like, oh, blasphemy! And it's really fucking funny. But yeah, it's actually, it's very funny, it's very... Like, I'll be honest, it's not really for... It probably isn't, like, the type of anime for everybody, but I do recommend everyone at least giving it a try. But basically, the story is that, it's about this girl who's, 15 years old, and she sells herself so she can be enslaved, so she can have, like, a home. That's all she wants out of it. And this really weird, mysterious-looking dude comes out of nowhere, buys her for $5 million, and, starts, like, teaching her, like, magic and shit like that. And then they fall in love. Because beforehand he's like, oh, no, you don't have any freedoms. But then, like, he does give her freedoms. It's like, Elias, you lied. Because someone's like, because I remember I was having a conversation with somebody, and they're like, they have an abusive relationship. It's like, at first it was obviously like that. But as you watch the series, it's not. He gives her complete freedoms.
Hey, Pega, I drew a bird. Do you like me now?
You drew a birdie, do I like you now? I've always liked you, I just pick on you a lot.
I know.
I think I just drew Baven. He's my, bird D&D character. Look how confused this bird looks.
I drew a bird.
I like how I named the file O, or the layer O. Just O.
Oh, remember how you found me that roasted turkey Kaito avatar?
Yes.
I found the original file.
Yes! It's so beautiful, I love it. Jasper, come here. Come here, baby. He wants to come sit with me on the chair, so he's trying to get up. Come on. No. Get under the blankie. Come here. Come here. There you go. But yeah, I'm surprised though. Jasper actually let me take an actual look at his foot. as long as, like, I didn't, like, move it closer to my face, and I didn't, like, touch a certain spot, he was perfectly fine. Basically what's going on with that, real quick, guys, is that Jasper broke his toenail. He's perfectly okay. It's healing. It's gonna take at least till mid-May to fully heal properly because they reopened the wound. But, it's gonna take until mid-May. It takes about 3 weeks for those to heal. I was told to just kind of keep an eye on it. He is being very protective over his foot right now. And sadly, my vet did say, like, depending on the temperature of the day, I highly recommend don't take him out. Unless it's, like, for potties. Because if he's gonna be, like, that when it comes to his foot. Because he's normally, he never showed any signs of aggression, but he's showing very protective signs of his foot. So that's the only issue. So in case if, like, you know, somebody walks behind us and, like, they accidentally go too close to his foot, you know, we don't want to risk him doing that. And I don't want to put a muzzle on him while we walk, so... she said, if needed, just do it when it's the least, like, populated. At least, if I wanted to take him out. So I do plan on taking him out this weekend. It's just... It's just, I want to keep an eye mostly on his foot. That's mostly it. So I'm not trying to isolate him to be mean. I'm isolating in a way to kind of help with it. So he still does get socialized and stuff like that. It's just, we're just being very picky about his foot right now.
I mean, that makes sense, like...
He doesn't really care, which is the funniest part. He's just like, alright, I got to go outside and go potty. I got to go shit outside. Alright, I'm cool to be going back inside. Literally one day I'm like, Jasper, you want to go for a walk? And he's just like, nah. I'm like, no. Oh, I'm super excited. I get to go hang out with college mom. Okay, real quick, I have someone who helps me with, like, careers and stuff like that, but I call her college mom, because she also helps with college-related things. So, Darby and I, she's helping me get my driver's license right now. And, she's also, I was like, hey, I feel really bad to mention this, but I just thought of this. If I'm going to be doing job interviews, I'm going to need some better clothes, and I only have 2 shirts. And she's like, good, we're going shopping. I'm like, sweet. I love shopping with Darby, though, because it's really fun. We actually purposely, bought... I think the funniest thing is that, we were looking at shoes, and we were trying to figure out what my size was. And I'm not joking. Back then, my feet was a size 6 in boys. So we were, like, laughing about it. I'm like, oh, man. And then, like, I was like, man, what if we found shoes that were, like, light-up shoes? And we both looked at each other, and we're like, we need to find light-up shoes. We spent an hour trying to find light-up shoes, and Darby's like, I found light-up shoes. I'm like, you did? She's like, yeah. But they're not but they're not in your size. I'm like, no! I was genuinely upset, but I got Velcro shoes. I'm not joking. I actually have Velcro shoes. I only use them, if I'm going outside. I did not mean to do that. You know, fuck it. Maybe later. I can at least clean it up better. Go ahead. Mock me for having Velcro shoes, you guys. At least you guys don't have cool Velcro shoes like me.
Velcros are cool.
I mean, they're like...
They're convenient.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you think about it...
At least they're not Crocs.
Yeah, that's also true, because Crocs are gross.
Because they had Crocs, and Darby's like, hey, do you want some Crocs? I'm like, get those things away from me. And she's like, you sure you don't want some Crocs? I'm like, no, Darby.
They look like they're gonna eat out my foot.
No, I refuse. I'd rather be on death row than have Crocs. I swear to God, if I'm like in prison and I have Crocs, I would be like, can I cut off my feet? Why do you want to cut off your feet? Because I'm wearing Crocs. Can I at least get Vans or something more comfortable?
Yeah, because I don't think, last I checked, I don't think Crocs were all that comfy either.
For some reason, they're really popular though.
Yeah, I can't really
Where's the beak?
think of why.
What color is your beak? It's like a silverish bronze color, okay.
Yeah.
Also, if like you feel like I'm ignoring you in chat, I'm sorry. I don't have my chat window up. This is the most, Rin, you can confirm, this is the most active the chat's been in a very long time.
There's only 3 watching.
Well, even if it's 3 people, they're normally really quiet.
Yeah. Yo, also, I drew bird.
Let me look at the bird. What's the most dickish animal you've ever run into in your entire life? Cats don't count because we all know they're assholes.
Ostriches.
Did you really run into an ostrich?
Well, I was at the zoo and one was pretty awful. Mostly just because they're dumb and they're huge. And they
It's
don't
like,
give a
haha,
shit
we
about
eat
you.
your eggs.
Yeah, like, I had something on me that was kind of shiny, and it pecked me in the head, and it was like getting hit with 2 really sharp rocks when it like pecked me.
What a dick.
And
Look at
I
this
was like,
really
"Ow, what a
confused
ass."
bird. He's like,
Although
what?
it's funny about them because they're super dumb, apparently.
God.
Because I talked to a zookeeper lady that noticed I was like uncomfortable around them, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is Jojo. He's really dumb, actually. There's no reason to be afraid of him." And I'm like, "Really?" And then she told me this story about how apparently this ostrich swallowed so many rocks, like from the bottom of his stomach all the way to the opening of his was filled with rocks because he wouldn't stop eating them. And then
that was
because
Jojo?
he was so full of rocks, he just fell over and like couldn't get up. And then they had to get someone to help him. And he turned out to be fine. They were just like, "How did you eat so many rocks?" But yeah, they're dumb and they're big and they're mean.
Also,
I love that. Oh my god.
honestly,
This isn't bird related, but there's this really funny thing that happened when we went to the fair a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had these animals, these goats that you can feed, and goats are actually really fucking cool. They just can be like, just when you have food, they are like all on your ass.
Yeah, they will bug you mercilessly.
But Dalen was my niece at the time. She was like 5 or 6, I want to say. She was feeding the goats, like handing it to them. And she went to go feed a llama. And the llama just took the entire bag from her and just ate from the bag. And the goats were like,
"Take that, thank you."
Yeah, and Dalen was like, she still had like her hand in the position. She like slowly looked at my sister, was like, did you see that? And we're like losing our shit. It was the funniest fucking thing. And the goats were like equally as shocked. They're like their mouths were actually like dropped, like their jaws were actually dropped, like,
That's hilarious.
And the keeper who was there, she's like, "Oh my god!" And like my mom's like, "Is this animal like an asshole?" And she goes, Yeah, his name is Louis. He likes to steal food.
That's his thing.
That's just his thing. It was so funny. It was, oh my god. I'm like, I love llamas now. Llamas are hilarious. Like, he didn't spit or anything. He just, like, took it from her, like, ever so gently. But he was quick enough to take it. Like, he, like, gently, like, reached over and, like, being really gentle. And she's like,
Yeah,
he's
just
really...
like, hope y'all don't mind if I just...
Yeah. And then his brother was named Cusco.
Nice.
But, there's this other thing that was actually really cute. We went through the, we were going through the, barn area where there's, like, cows and stuff. And there's these cows, this brown and this white one. And, the funny, like, in a way, like, the two owners knew, like, the farmers knew each other. And, they like to make jokes, apparently. They're always there every year. Well, this is important to the story, I don't know why, but the owner of the white cow is black, and the owner of the brown cow is white. And, we're walking by them, and they're talking, and, the white man turns to his friend, and he goes, "Hey, man, I have your brother right here," and he goes, "Oh," and the black man responds with, "Oh, really, I have yours right here." And, like, people are, like, around, we're like, do we say something, or... they were so fucking chill about it, and it was like, yep. And, her name was literally Moo. But it's spelled M-O-E. It was like Mo, but they pronounced it Moo. And she was very weird. Like, it would, like, be really quiet. Like, obviously, like, a couple animal noises here and there, like little, like, grunts and, like, eating. And then out of nowhere, like, they call her Moo, mostly due to the fact that if she moves, everyone else does for some reason. Like, one would be like, Moo, and no one would care. But if she does, everyone did.
Her moves had jurisdiction.
Yeah, and, like, we're in there. It's a very big, like, barn, like, presentation area, too. And, we were in, like, it's like the size of a gymnasium, basically. And, like, the average gymnasium. And, like, for, like, an elementary school kind of thing. And, just filled with cows. And we heard her from the complete other side of the barn, and it was just continuously, like, wave of just moose.
Oh my god.
It was, cows are so fucking cool, I love them. They're hilarious. They're genuinely hilarious.
I remember living with chickens and ducks.
Chickens are really fucking cool, too. Like, just animals in general.
Yeah.
I like how people try and make the argument that you only like pets, not animals. You're not if you eat meat. It's like, what? I love all animals. Yes, I do have favorites over others, but
Yeah,
that
like...
doesn't mean I can't like other animals. Maytem! Guys, Tem is here. Tem is a usual.
Oh, hello. I don't know if they can hear me, but...
Oh no, it's set up so it can hear you guys.
Oh.
That was the test I did before we went live.
Oh, right on. I mean, I guess if they only heard you talking, that would be kind of weird.
I like how it stopped for a second, just so I can drink my beer. And eat. We're drawing birds. Well, I'm drawing birds, but...
Drawing birds.
Burbs.
Back.
He's getting more beer. Or are you just leaving me? Like you're...
Not leave. No, I'm getting food so I can continue to drink. And so I'm not like, I'm tired and grouchy and
That's just...
and happy.
This salty little shit.
Yeah,
This salty little shit is my VR chat friend, and he my drinking buddy.
Yo,
Literally, we don't drink unless the other is.
where everything did extreme. Because we want to blow off some steam.
I'm almost tempted to add
And I wanna
sarcastic and be like, hey, you should join the stream. Should I do it? We haven't talked to her in a long time. You want to see the birds that we drew so far? So... Ugh. I don't remember the name of this one, but it wants to die. This is a hooded pigeon. This is a bearded vulture. He's seen some shit. This is a really, really angry cockatiel. See? Me is a mad. And this is a small watermelon. I mean, a peach-faced lovebird.
Aw.
and the back.
I'm adding my friend sarcastic raspberry.
Oh, right on.
I should draw Talonflame.
Yeah. It's
So
a good bird.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, I'm eating.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit if anyone eats on my stream. I eat on my
Well, I
stream
just
all the
don't
time.
want the mic picking up extra moistening. But, yeah, I was just
She
saying
ignores me, I'm gonna be
Talonflame
upset.
is an extra good bird.
Oh. Join us. Hey, hi, join us. Just no context, just join us. They're precious. Talonflames are actually really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you set them up with the right fucking build, holy shit, they will fuck your shit up. Like, I have my Talonflame. I'm a little busy right now. I might join you later. If you're still up.
Raz is busy.
Okay. I like just how I put K. I don't know why part of me is like, harass, Phantom. Even though she's asleep. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna at her right now. How funny would it be if she joined?
This makes me think of the... hey, Guzma, look at me. Bitch.
I've done it before. I think I also did it to my buddy Junkie. Like one time I was like, hey Junkie, he goes, what? I'm like, bitch, and he goes, oh, how rude. Like literally that's all he responded with, how rude. Hold on. Literally Talonflame is like my favorite bird Pokemon, honestly.
No, see here with the snap.
Used. By the way,
Hmm?
perfect watermelon. I showed that to Adriana and she goes, that's a bird. I'm like, no, it's a watermelon. She's like, no, that's a bird. I'm like, don't fucking lie to me. It's a watermelon. She goes, oh, I see what you
It just makes me think of that anime screen cap with, is this a pigeon?
do. Wait, you see that I posted? It's like, really? And then zoomed in. Really? Okay. I was also kind of purposely loading that up because I'm too lazy to look up references right now. I'm also slightly buzzed, so.
Only a little bit.
Well, I've also been eating, and if you eat, it balances out the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it makes you like...
I've been doing it on purpose, so.
Yeah, it makes sure that your body doesn't turn into strong, wild garbage. Pretty much.
That doesn't stop me from drawing stupid shit, though.
Why let it? Why let it?
Look at that fucking dumbass face. I think that's the best face we've drawn all night. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, I love this. I'm posting this all these doodles to the bird group I'm in on Facebook. Be like, I drew birds today, guys.
I sent it to a server, and now someone's like, how do you draw a bird? Can you teach me how to draw a bird? And then I'm like, no, I'm not good at drawing animals. This is joke art. I'm sorry.
I just realized I'm in a couple other servers. I could have posted my live stream in there, but I'm too lazy right now.
I have to find this one thing.
Because all I'm doing is just drawing birds. I'm not doing anything all that impressive right now. I mean, unless me shit posting right now is impressive to people.
What beautiful eyes you have, little bird.
Look with your special eyes. My brand.
My brand.
What beautiful eyes you have. No. Do you want to see beautiful eyes, Maytem? These are beautiful eyes right up here. Or these. He's seen some shit. I'm having too much fun drawing birds.
Yeah. Also, I'm
Angry bird.
just like, I'm just like multitasking, and I'm just deciding to draw like a short comic, like based off the conversation I had with Shiva about like Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Yes, they are. Yes.
It's gonna be funny.
I don't know, I'm having fun doing this sketchy with the pen tool on side.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually have to save all my files over on as ping on Photoshop now. Because on site it doesn't save anymore.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it just is like, nah fam. You wanna save that? Nah. So I got a message from one of my old family members that, like, I know doesn't like me. Was like, hey, do you want to go bowling? And I was like, nah. And they're like, why? I'm like, because I don't want to. And they're like, you're just an introvert. And I'm like, yeah, I like my privacy.
Yeah, I don't like people climbing up my ass all the time. Excuse me.
The funny thing is like, weirdly enough, like, it's no secret on my channel that, you know, I'm trans, it's whatever. But the funny thing is like, at first, like, a lot of my family members were like, I'm not even joking, I had, like, don't get me wrong, I love them, but this still, like, puzzles me to this day, and I knew they had good intentions, but it's still like, what? When I first came out as transgender, they literally told me not to come out.
Yeah, that's...
No, well, the thing is that they had good intentions. Is the reason why, because they were worried since I was like so young, I would be like a massive target.
Yeah.
Again,
I can understand that logic.
They have good intentions, but I was flat out like, nah, I'm not fucking hiding myself. I've done it for years. I'm sick and tired of hiding. And I've only been like discriminated against like only a small handful of times.
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna deny that, you know, other people had bad experiences. Before anybody throws that out there, says that, you know, I'm saying no one else has had bad experiences, because I know someone is. No, I'm not gonna deny that, you know, someone else has been discriminated against by their family or anybody else since they've come out. No, I'm not gonna deny that. I'm saying on my experience. But, it's like only like a small handful, and here's the funniest part. It's all from people in the LGBT community, in my experience.
a lot of the time, or it's people who knew you, like, I mean, at least from like my own thing, like people who knew me that were either exes or like secretly liked me before, and then they're all like, this is weird, I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, the fuck, what? Whatever.
The funny thing is like, after I came out and everything was making it public and shit, guys that had crushes on me in high school were coming out of nowhere and being like, ugh, it's like, the fuck do you want?
Yeah, like, isn't this kind of like the opposite?
And are you guys being thirsty hoes? And they're like, and they were the same people being like, get this thirsty thought off of me. But they were like,
and you're like,
oh
meanwhile, excuse me while I go be a thirsty thought to somebody else.
Yeah, basically.
But keep them away from me, because,
Again, I'm not gonna name names, not only because I don't remember, but due to the fact that I literally just never talked to anybody in my grade. Because most of them are fucking idiots. So it's like, alright, whatever. Like, unless I already knew them prior, I refuse to talk to anybody in my grade. Unless I already knew them from, like, middle school. Or, like, since elementary school. Like, I'm friends with people that, like, okay, here's the weird thing. I don't know if you experienced this, Lanky. And, are you cool if I out you on stream real quick?
It's
just for context. Okay, just so you guys know, Lanky is trans too, so he kind of understands where I'm coming from. But, like, does, like, your entire grade somehow just knows?
Like, for me, it was kind of like people kind of sniffed it out even before I did, and I was like, they're like, this one's a boy. And then, like, so things were kind of weird before, but then, like, once I came out and everything, then...
Really, now it was, like, super chill?
Yeah, like, before, like, especially before, like, the hormones and stuff, people were like, this is weird. And also because there was a trans guy at my school in high school, but he was a dick.
I can understand that.
And so I was also kind of weird about it, associated with that guy. It's making it look bad. Because he was, like, a raging vegan, and, like, he would always try to, like, approach people about it, like, while they were eating meat at lunch, and it's like, that's a fragile time. You don't go after people while they're having lunch.
Exactly. You don't...
Food is a very primal matter, and you do not get between creatures and their food. I don't care what animal it is.
Like, literally, it's a human thing. Like,
Yeah,
not just human,
exactly.
but, like, animal thing. Like, you don't go after people and their food.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you don't go after a goat and it's whatever the goat's eating. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it's a carnivore either. Like, but yeah, he just had a long history of just like being preachy and being a dick about different things, but it was always something all the time. And I was just like, I don't want to come out right now.
Yeah.
And then, but then once like later on in life, I was like, oh, that's still an option. That's still a thing I can do. And it doesn't mean I have to end up like him.
I like that.
Because for some reason that was like a, like that's not something like I ever said out loud, but it was like an initial thought. Like, just as like a first impression thing. Even though like it's dumb to do that because no two humans are exactly the same, blah blah blah. But like it's just a dumb brain instinct thing.
Yeah.
And yeah. So like, but weirdly enough, the people in my life that got the weirdest about it for me was like weird extended family members, like my aunts, like people I didn't really talk to that much that I don't really give a shit about, to be honest, because they're not in my immediate world and they're not.
Yeah, they don't really like matter all that much.
Yeah.
They're just kind of
like
there.
A lot of them took it super hard for some reason, and it's like, you never talk to me. Why do you care?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, my grandmother, my mom's mom, she was, like, actually really supportive about me, like, wanting to come out and stuff like that. She was like, if you feel like it's the right thing to do, then do what you need to do. It's like, oh, dang.
Yeah, and it's like, I pretty much buried that stuff until, like, I was, like, in my 20s, and then I was like, you know what?
Well, what's funny is I came out at her place. Like, I was over at my sister's when I was making calls and telling, like, family members, like, the people who I actually cared about. And the funny thing is, like, I was really scared about being disowned, and one of my close friends, she was like, so? And the funniest part is, like, no, one friend was like, so, and another was like, yeah, I know.
It just makes me think of... Yeah, I think, like, one of the weirdest responses I got that I wasn't expecting was, oh, that explains a lot. But...
No, yeah, she was like, yeah, I know.
Hi, gay, I'm dad.
Dad, I'm gay. I fucked your mom. What? Oh, sorry, I thought we were saying things that was obvious. But,
yeah, like...
But it was just kind of, like, weird because, like, again, I knew they had great and good intentions, but they're like, it's not a good idea because you can get attacked, and I can understand because they came from a timeline where people who were LGBT, you know, would get attacked.
Yes.
But when I came out, like, all I got was just love and support. And I kind of just, like, turned to them, I'm like, do you see this? I have good friends. Not all of them are assholes, but...
There might have been, like, that one friend who's, like, not super close that kind of reacted badly, and you're just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But...
A lot of people unfriended me, though, but even though I was like, hey, I'm trans, but if you don't like it, go ahead and unfriend me, and they, like, I lost, like, 50, and they were all, like, family members, and I was like, eh.
You're looking at the number going down, and you're just like, excellent.
Yeah. Literally, what's funny is that, like, one of my ex-friends was like, you're a traitor to the female sex, and she was, like, a fucking insane feminist. And I've told this story before, I'm not gonna go over it, because I told it on stream before. But summary is that, she literally was trying to make me feel bad for, beforehand, for thinking, transgender AU'd, Buttercup was a bad thing.
Wow.
And trying to tell me what was offensive. But yeah, that's basically a sum up of that. But she was. I remember telling you, and I told the story on stream before. But she was just like really weird about it, and I'm like, okay. What?
It's like I get being surprised, but like, can you not be like crazy and retarded about it for
Yeah.
a couple minutes at least, please?
It was just kind of funny because like literally the post is like, hey, I'm trans, and like a lot of the family members like unfriend me, and I was like, okay. It was mostly family members who unfriended me, and I'm like, cool. Because
Yeah.
most of them are conservatives. Like, again, nothing
Yeah.
against conservatives, but it's just kind of funny, because, like, I have, like, LGBT family members, and, like, they're, like, I'm mostly talking about, like, the information that they're, like, because they're also, weirdly enough, the mixture of the ones that are, like, saying that, like, LGBT people shouldn't be able to do this. So they're that weird mixture.
Oh no.
They're the more distant ones, but it's really funny. Because, like, I remember sitting in a dinner with them, and they're like, oh, I forgot what it was, what they said, but it was really fucking funny. But it was coming up to the summary. I don't think they knew. Not all of them knew. But I was talking with my aunts, the lesbian ones who were very sweet. I love them. Don't get me wrong, I actually do. It's just them telling me not to come out was like I knew they meant not yet, but just immediately they're like, don't do it. And I was like, what?
Yeah, like,
but
yeah, like just the way they said it came out really bad.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying that like that just came out of nowhere. But I like how this went from birds to just talking about random shit. We'll go back to birds, don't worry.
Focus is birds.
Yeah, the main focus is burps. But
Yeah, I mean, at least we're keeping it mostly positive. It's not like
we're not talking shit about people.
That or like just getting into like a subject matter that's like amazing.
Yeah, but they were like, I don't get like why trans people just can't use the bathroom that they're assigned as, and like I was literally talking to my lesbian aunts about like how like how my transition was going and shit, and we hear that and like we both kind of like slowly turned and we're like what? And they're like, yeah, I don't get why they don't use, like, the bathroom they're assigned as. I'm like, well, if a trans guy looks like a guy and a trans girl looks like a girl, then there's no point for them to be in those bathrooms.
Yeah, because they're gonna yeah, because, like, if you... Hell, even before, I was, like, on T or anything, and I was kind of just at that stage where I was, like, I just kind of looked like a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
how
during
bad
little
this
boy
tallow
stage,
flame is.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I started noticing the point where I was like, I can't use this restroom.
Yeah.
Because like I think I almost like I frightened a very old lady for a split second. Because she just like stopped dead in her tracks and then like looked at my face for like several seconds and then was like, oh, okay. And then like power walked past me and I'm like, I think I just scared the shit out of this innocent old lady. I should probably be more vigilant.
Yeah. Like, believe it or not, before I started transitioning, I used the family restroom. Which is like what I literally tell people, like, they're like, I don't know what bathroom, like, I want to use the opposite, the one that I identify as, but I don't feel comfortable in it yet. I'm like, just use the family restroom. There's a lot more privacy, and it's better anyway.
Yeah, like...
But, I'm not saying, like, you should just do it entirely. By the way, I'm just drawing my Sona just for the sake of drawing him. But, Don't worry, I'll go back to burps and just wanting to draw Pega real quick, being smug. But it's just kind of funny because it's like just the whole like argument in general is just kind of funny because it makes no sense and it doesn't like validate any, like, I'll be honest, both sides kind of don't validate because they're like, we need transgender bathrooms, and like technically the transgender bathroom is just the bathroom. Like, I know this is a very touchy subject and I understand that. I just wanted to voice my thoughts on that. Plus on my channel I like talking about like touchy subjects and getting other people's views on it, regardless if they agree on it or not.
Yeah, and plus having, I mean, most people don't, like...
And if that makes me a SJW furry, then cool.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I love that. Here's the funniest part. His image, do you want his image? I don't remember his username, but do you want his picture was? I've actually been wanting to tell you guys this all night. Oh my god. So, this morning when I checked my messages, literally, literally, like, I was checking my messages, one person was just asking me about my channel in general and, like, what to do with, like, Redbubble and stuff, and then another one was asking about commissions, and I'm like, I'd never checked my messages on here before, I never got notifications, I'm so sorry, because it was a month old, and I'm like, I don't know if you're still interested, but I can still give you tips on commissioning and stuff like that, and, then this third message was the most recent. It was, like, a week ago. And I laughed so fucking hard because all it said was, "You're an SJW furry."
And
Fuck
nothing
off.
else.
That was the whole message. You're an SJW furry. Fuck off. And I thought it was really funny. I'm like, what? And I was like, alright, I'm gonna go delete it. And like, it wouldn't let me just delete it. I had to report it for something. I'm like, I don't know. I wish there was a stupid button. I don't remember what I clicked, but before I clicked it, I looked over the image, and it was a Tails the Fox fetish image.
No.
I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, what?
What is this?
I lost my shit. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. I love this tallow flame right here. He's like looking up at everybody else, and he's like, oh, fuck off. Oh, right. Yeah, and then this, and then, hold on. And then, this canary right here, or that canary, oh my god, the alcohol, Jesus Christ. This burb right here, is mad at this burb for swearing. Yes.
He swore on the Cockatiels Christian server.
Yes, he swore in the Cockatiels server. And then this bird is like, oh my god, how dare. And then the vulture is like, why are we getting mad, guys? And then this bird's like, I don't give a fuck. And then this one's like, I'm just here. and then over here, I'm a ghost.
The Patu is me. Just like, I'm here. I never know what I...
Kill me.
And then just horrible noises. I do like the sound a Patu makes, though.
I love it, because it's just like a really deep...
Yeah, it's not a noise you would expect to come out of a bird, like, naturally.
It's just funny.
It almost sounds like... And this is weirdly specific, but it sounds kind of like a little 14-year-old boy, like, yelling for his mom's attention, like, Mom!
Mom! Oh my god, we used to do that to my mom.
Oh god. Just like, Mom! And then
this is the demonetized box.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what to draw now. Did he say heck in his Christian Minecraft server? Yes. It was funny though, because the video is like really short, and it's like, wow, this is, look at, like, literally the guys are like, wow, look at this bird, it's so cool. What is that? And it goes, "Arrgh."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at this cool bird. Yeah, I think it might do its call. And it just makes this real, yeah, because it like slowly starts like backing his head back, like, oh, it's gonna make a noise, it's gonna make noise, listen. Shh. And it goes, "Arrgh." It's like, what the fuck noise was that? It was so fucking great.
It's just, it's like the was it the kakapo that does the yeah, I want to say it was a video I saw of the kakapo doing like it straight up was making like a boat horn type noise. Like it was like a really deep, like almost mechanical sound. And
Oh wait, yeah, I can save it as a Photoshop or a SCI, but I cannot save as a fucking PNG. You wanna see what happened if I try saving as a PNG? Watch. Like, say I wanna do it here, right? Go to PNG. Right? Do it all like that. You fucking lied. Wow, go fuck yourself, Sai. Is it because I'm streaming? Heck. It just lied to me, dude. I'm not joking, it just lied to me. Burbs. Spelled with a Z. Let me get a finished word. In case if there is anybody who does end up coming up and asking, I am not open for commissions right now. In case if anyone does end up wanting to do that. I'm just gonna lay that out now. I'm currently closed. So. Alright guys, let's draw some more weird shit. What should we draw now? I could actually work on my fucking I could finish that D&D picture I was working on. These are my D&D characters. You want up here, Jasper? Is that why you're whining? Oh shit, dude, I'm just finished my beer. I need to grab another one anyway. What was that, Jasper? You had dinner. You had the food. You had the food. You ate. I'm on beer number 2.
Oh boy.
Yes. But if you see on stream, my dude, from left to right, Achilles, Baven, and Koi. Oh, really? Is that your opinion? Come here, Jasper. You're an oppressed group. You don't have an opinion. Oh my god, Jasper's tail just stopped wagging and lowered. He was like, what? I literally did, if anyone gets mad at me, I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard. I feel like I have to explain that now. Pitbulls are treated like shit, or at least the umbrella. In a way, they're kind of being oppressed by the definition, I suppose. So, that was the joke. I just explained the joke. watermelon. I really want to, once I get my bird, I'm gonna take a picture of them right next to the bottle, obviously closed, and be like, spot the difference. I actually, like, handed my mom one of these. I'm like, try opening this, and she couldn't, and I'm like, you're a bitch. Yeah, I got away calling my mom a bitch.
Oh boy.
She insults us back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, some parents are like...
Well, we're old
like,
enough
say that
to do
again,
it
I'll
now.
beat your fucking
She
ass,
literally
and
said we're
some
old
parents
enough to do it now, so it's okay.
you can roast the mom.
Mm-hmm. You're either laying on the floor or you're coming up here. What's gonna be? What's it gonna be, dingus? Come here. He wants to go lay in the bed, but I don't want to go lay down. I don't want to go lay down, and you're not allowed in the bedroom without me. Hey! Leave your ear. Come here. He probably wants to lay with me. He knows I'm drinking, so he's like, I must protect Dad. He's drinking. I don't know why Jasper gets really protective when I drink. Oh.
Yeah, alcohol does, it's like, at its worst, it does
This
some
weirdness
really,
to animals. Well, not like when they drink, but like when they see people drink. I showed this picture, the screenshot of it, to one of my friends, and they're like, why is his eyebrows going through his arm? I'm like, why don't you shut up? And this is my sweet, this one right here. This one right here, this freckled boy. This is my main. He's a ranger, and he sucks at socializing. This one over here, he plays bagpipes. And this one here hates everybody.
Rip.
I kinda wanna draw Koi. Koi's a bird.
Big old bird.
He's a big bird. He's not big
yeah,
bird.
I just looked at the voice text chat, and I seen the first picture you sent. That is one majestic fucking
This
bird.
is a preview, I guess, for a video that I'm still working on right now. I'm still writing the script and everything for it. It's a top 5 favorite Fluttershy episodes. Of course, Brony related, but it's not, obviously, depending. Here, let me go find the thumbnail for you guys. Because I started setting up my thumbnails separately.
Oh, that's so cute.
There you go. So this background is for MLP related content, and this kind of background, this is for my next video, is for regular content.
Nice.
Actually, I kind of want to draw something else.
Yep.
I'm gonna change the name of this live stream. 4 people are watching. What should we name that? Should we just call it Doodles? Oodles of Doodles?
Yes, Doodles.
Yeah.
Also, somebody was like, did he say Hecton is Christian Minecraft server? And then that just made me think, get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft!
Oh yeah.
Drinking and doodles. I'm gonna regret how I typed this and when I sober am I?
kind of random, but I just found a compilation video of cats that meet with their owners again after like a really time, like coming back from the military or something.
Is it really funny?
Yes. Because it's weird enough to where you're like, yeah, I could see a cat doing that, but it's weird to like actually see. Like this one comes back to his human and just like flies into his arms. Like
Aw.
yells at him first, and it's like meow meow, makes a bunch of noise, and then just like jumps from the ground onto the guy's chest and is just like, you have to hold me now. It's a big cat too. It's like a Maine Coon, so it's like
Maine Coons are big cuddly babies.
yeah. So it's like
Oh my
you can
god,
see
have
the
I
force
ever
behind
showed you
its
this?
jump.
So you know when everybody says like Daddy Sidon or Sido
Oh yeah.
or whatever? Be like, oh, Sidon is, daddy. When I first heard that, I drew this.
Mm.
You can blame Nate Doodles for this. She said Daddy Sidon. I'm like, you made me draw a thing. She's like, what'd you do? And I showed her to her, and she's like, why? I'm like, this is what you made me do. Oh yeah, there was a screenshot I took earlier. Let me go find that. There was this one picture I wanted to redraw. Not like actually like a drawing I've done before, but there was this picture. I took a screenshot and it was from, I'm trying to think. It was related to, I'm legit trying to think. It was related to, fucking Breath of the Wild. I know, that took me fucking forever to say. But it was really cute. And it was a picture of all of them together. You know? And I wanted to redraw it. And I was like, that'd be cute. I want to challenge myself and, like, redraw the entire thing. Obviously be like, this is my reference. But I wanted to test out, new shading ideas and stuff like that. This is the picture. Here, let me close the side out real quick. But yeah, this is it. Look how cute that is. That's awesome. That's bizarrely very wholesome for Nintendo.
Oh my god, I remember when you drew that.
Oh, you just saw the other one?
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, that's actually a convention exclusive. So you can only get it at cons. But I want to redo this. Obviously be like, this was the reference. But I want to redraw this entire thing. Look how wholesome this is. They're like, yay, we're gonna save Hyrule.
Yay.
But then they died.
Fuck.
I like her though. She's like, ha.
Yo, Pega, I like how you're like, oh hey, they're gonna save Hyrule, and I was like, yay, and then you said, but they're gonna die, and I was like, fuck.
But yeah, this is an obvious reference, but I wanted to try doing lineless art. I don't know, I've been wanting to try it for a while. Did the music stop playing? Did we finish the music? We did.
I haven't heard any music.
Oh no,
like,
it's just
hours.
paused. It was asking if I wanted it to continue or not.
Okay.
But yes, I'm being honest, this is the reference. I'm just re-sketching it out because I wanted to see how I can do it in my own style and shit. Oh my god, Link is actually emoting.
Yeah,
The most emotions I've seen from a Link was from the Wind Waker Link.
Yeah, that one definitely makes the most faces.
I love it. But yeah, I wanted to try doing like lineless art for a while, so. And I wanted to try something new, so. Why not while intoxicated?
Yeah, right.
I mean, yes, I do my eyes weird. Judge me. Like, I had somebody be like, they're like, I like your art, but I have a weird question. I'm like, what's up? And they're like, why do you do your eyes like that? I'm like, what, like this? Like the lines like that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I just do.
No reason.
It's appealing to me. They're like, well, it kind of looks weird. I'm like, whatever. And they like tried giving me like criticism on it, and I'm like, dude, I appreciate it, but I like how it looks. And they went and like backed down. I'm like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like when you straight up say like, I'm not gonna fight you on this. I'm just not gonna. I'm not up for it right now. And then they're like, well, I
Like,
have to tell you.
Like, I had another dude, like, yeah, I'll be honest, I was very pompous about it. But he was kind of being a dick about it. He was like, can I give you, like, my profile picture previously? He was like, I showed you those messages.
Yeah,
like,
you
like,
did.
I'll be honest, like, yeah, I know I sounded like an asshole. Like, I'm fully aware that I did. But, like, he kind of started it. I know, that's a very mature thing to say, but it's kind of true.
I mean...
Oh, yeah, I remember... Oh, yeah,
I don't think I ever...
Like, I might...
Yeah, I think I showed you guys that, too.
Yeah. They're also from Angelo's server.
It's like, I appreciate it, but nah, I'm good. And, like, I tried giving him constructive criticism on how to give criticism. Like, literally trying to be nice.
Yeah, and he was absolutely thrilled.
It was like, bruh, I'm actually trying to be nice. Why are you freaking out? And he was, like, trying to claim that I wasn't, like, accepting criticism. I'm like, to be honest, I know I was kind of declining it, but at least I was, like, acknowledging it. Like, I know that doesn't make it any better. Like, I know it doesn't make...
I get not every artist is like, hey, I'm always open for people I don't know to come tear me a new asshole. Like that's dumb. Of course you're not gonna be in the mood for that all the time. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he just caught you when you weren't in the mood for this shit.
The thing is like, I'm all for getting criticism. Pega 10 on 10 on maturity. Are you talking about, like, acknowledging, like, being an asshole, or... Because I'll be the first one to admit if I'm being a dick or not. But, like, it's like, it's okay to get criticism, like, especially when you don't ask for it, on what really, like, in the end, what actually kind of matters from that exchange is if it was actually helpful or not.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, like, was the criticism actually helpful? You know, did it actually have substance? I even told him, if it's fair, then yeah. And, like, for me personally, I didn't find that fair. In general, to be honest, oh, thank you. Like, at least I'm admitting that I was being a dick, and I still will. And I even showed it to a couple other friends, and they're like, "Yeah, you are kind of being an ass, but at least you're admitting it." Again, I know it doesn't make the situation any better, but it's just kind of funny to me, still.
I mean, it's like, if you're coming at people, like, with any kind of critique or criticism, you, in your right mind, it's generally best if you, like, just expect that they might not be up for it.
Yeah. Like, I remember in the group that the art whores, someone actually left because I just simply stated, like, when it comes to, like, when you're an artist, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not, and you just kind of just gotta take the blows. And, like, if you don't want to hear it, then just ignore it. But if they're genuinely trying to help you, then, like, at least hear them out.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you feel like their information isn't helpful, then, like, just ignore it.
Yeah, because it's like... Yeah, because some people will just be like, do you take con crit? And you're like, sure, whatever. And then they're like, this sucks. And you're like, yeah, that's not constructive criticism. Like...
How do you mouth Zelda? How do you mouth? There we go. But yeah, because it's like, I flat out even told him, if it's fair, and then he went silent for like 10 minutes, and I assumed that was it. And like...
You made him go like, hey, maybe what I'm about to say might not...
Yeah, and like, he like freaked out on me, and he's like, well, you didn't even let me finish. It's like, I assumed you were done because you didn't say shit. He's like, well, I was trying to find references. I'm like, then if you're going to be giving criticism, and then if you're going to be like finding references, then maybe you should tell the people that you're critiquing that you're going to be finding references.
Yeah.
And he blew up on me, and it was really funny.
Because at that point, you're just like throwing like common courtesy type knowledge his way. You're just like, yeah, well, I didn't know that because you didn't do this.
Again, I know how I worded it was rude.
Socially, but...
I know how I worded it was really rude. But I was also really salty at the fact that he was giving me shit.
Yeah, like...
It was just funny in general, to be honest. Because it's like, bruh. And then I genuinely was like telling him, like, well, like, if you're gonna be giving critique, please, like, just let them know, like, that person know, be like, hold on, let me... And then he sent me the references anyway. And then I was like, whatever, and he's like, you know, for someone who has a hand mannequin, you're not very good at it. I'm like, wow, it's almost as if I just got it, and, like, I'm still learning. Holy shit. Have a nice day. And then he responded, but I never looked at it.
Yeah, because it's like, at that point, you're just like, no, I already said have a nice day, so...
Well, the first one was actually trying to be nice. Like, genuinely trying to be nice, and then he was kind of being, like, an ass afterwards. I'm like, alright, well, I kind of have an excuse to kind of be a dick towards you now.
Yeah.
I like how at first I'm like, I'm a fully skeletalized Link's face, and now I'm like, fuck it.
Sometimes you just gotta fuck it. You just gotta say fuck it. I meant to say, just gotta say. Never mind.
No, I got you. Do you know something that's actually really funny? I don't know why this happens to me a lot, and it's really funny though. Is like, believe it or not, beforehand, yes, I do have poses on my computer, but it's only if, like, I flat out don't know how to do, like, a certain pose.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I've been getting better at, like, doing my own poses digitally. I've just been practicing. And I've been transferring them over to, computer from, like, traditional sketches. And the funny thing is that, like, I won't be looking at reference and I'm just be, like, drawing sketches of poses. And Jasper just scared himself. I get people accusing me of, get this, pose theft.
Pose theft is like trying to copyright a cut. You can't do that. Like,
Yeah. Like, a lot of people, like, you can't copyright, like, poses. That's like me going to you and being like, hey, you're sitting. That's my original pose. You can't do that.
original pose, do not sit.
Wow, I'm laying down and on this couch. It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna get now?
All right. You're gonna get accused of stolen content.
But yeah, it's just funny because, like, Solar Sands did word it very well. He's like, I forgot how he worded it. Well, also due to the fact that I'm drinking. But basically, he did word it actually very well. Just know that. Because he was talking about how stupid it was. Okay, so far so good. It's Mifa! To be honest, I've actually never laid my fingers on Breath of the Wild.
It's a good game. I liked it.
I can't even buy a Nintendo Switch at the moment.
Believe it or not, like, over here, they're actually not that expensive.
I mean, they're definitely cheaper of the major gaming consoles.
They're like, what, 300?
Yeah.
No, one of the stores I was at, they lowered it to like $250.
Also, that moment when you're from Canada and it looks like it's more expensive over here than it is over there.
Oh, that could be. I mean, I don't know if like the currency is dramatically different, but
not by much, but I think it's like an extra like few dollars.
Yeah.
All I know is I love the that came from like these more recent Zelda games. Like, I love the design for Zelda specifically in Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword.
Oh yeah, that's the funny thing. Skyward Sword was actually a very beautifully designed game. It's just the controls are shit.
Yeah, the controls.
Like, I know that's a very popular opinion, but it's a true one. Like, the story and everything is, like, enough to keep you immersed.
Yeah, I mean, your assistant, what is her name? Fi?
Fee or
I always say
whatever.
Fi, but, like, she needs to shut up sometimes. Holy crap.
She wasn't she's, to be honest though, at least she's not as annoying as Navi.
True. She is still annoying, but she's just a different kind of annoying.
It's more of like, yes, I know this is a thing.
Yeah, and then she's like, let me tell you in a flowery manner how this works. And it's like, bitch, I know how this works. And then several paragraphs later, I still know how this works.
I like in Twilight Princess though, where like, oh shit, what's her name?
Midna?
Midna, yeah. Where like Midna would be like, fucking, hey, you know how this thing works? Yeah? Alright, cool, and well, I'm not gonna explain, or, like, if you're like, no, she's like, well, I'm not gonna explain to you anyway.
Yeah, she's all like, fine, I was gonna tell you anyway.
Or, like, even if, like, you say, no, I don't know how it works, she's like, well, you're gonna have to figure it out. It's like, I like you.
Yeah, and then if, like, you're completely helpless, then...
She's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, I prefer that kind of thing where they're like, alright, here's a vague idea of what to do. And then...
Like, there are moments
you
where
can't
she's, like,
figure
very
it out.
blunt about it, but if you don't, like, figure it out, she's like, are you dumb?
Yeah, that she, like, insults you about it.
Yeah, I love it.
You poor soul.
Jasper, you're fine. Come here. Come here. Or are you wanting to go lay down on the bed? I'm not getting up, dude.
Yeah, it's like,
Who just
I
yawned?
recently picked up Okami again, which has a very similar Zelda feel to it, I would say.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, I'm trying so hard to play it on PC right now. Oh my god, it's infuriating.
yeah, the beginning part of it is,
No, I literally, like, passed through everything, like, the basics. But it's like, oh, try and draw the sun. Draw a circle. I don't know if that's actually a sun. Bitch, I drew a circle.
yeah, I mean, with the PlayStation 2 version,
Have you not seen a circle before?
Like, I would draw this circle, like, perfectly fine, and he's like, what are you trying to do? Bitch, I'm drawing a circle. I'm about to fucking delete this game off my fucking drive if you don't fucking stop.
yeah, I think it's like...
Why are you whining at me, dude? Come
He's
here.
getting jealous, he knows you're talking to us.
No, it's more, he wants to go lay down in bed, like bed, but I don't want to go lay down. He wants to go to bed. Jasper, come here. Now. No. Come here. Or you can look out the window, I don't give a shit. But, it's just really... I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. God damn it. Thanks, Jasper.
We were talking about Okami being a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, like, the Wii version was actually, like, the easiest. Like, I played the Wii version, and I had no problem.
Because you can actually draw a damn circle.
Or even if it was kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, that's a circle.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like, the console version, I think, is probably less picky. Like, at least with, like, the PS2 version, where it's like, there were a couple times I botched it really bad. And it's like, it's a big ugly mess, and then it's like, you made the sun, and you're like, yeah, nailed it.
That's the funniest part, because it's like, I don't know if I did it. It's like, oh no, you did. It's like, are you sure?
Yeah, and then you see, like, the little, like, sun animation. You're like, I guess I did. Okay, cool.
It's like, cool, I can do dots, but it's like, what?
Yeah, it's funny because I got really adapted to doing it with the PS2 controllers. Because...
like, don't get me
was
wrong,
my-
it's a very well-made game, and it does deserve the sequel that... Because they announced that they were making a sequel, but they're gonna take their time with it.
Yeah, because they don't want it to be stupid garbage.
That's what I like about Capcom when it comes to certain games. They're like, yeah, we're gonna take our time. They also announced an official Devil May Cry 5, so it's like, yes.
Oh boy.
It's like, get Ninja Theory off of that shit.
Yeah.
They literally, like, almost, like, ruined, like, they almost destroyed the fucking, franchise. But, like, not, like, meaning it, like, an opinion based, like, literally financial-wise.
Yeah, like, just financially made a big mess of things.
Yeah. But, you already know my fucking opinions on it.
Yes.
But, like, and everyone else knows my fucking opinions on it as well. By the way, once I figure out what's going on with Devil May Cry, because it's being weird right now, I will continue the live Let's Plays of that.
Right on.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if you knew that. Like, yeah, I was doing as I just said. I would do 3 missions each, and that would be equivalent of an hour and a half.
Okay, Pega, sorry to ask, but I have a burning question for you.
Oh no. What?
Get it? That was the joke from one of the streams.
Get the fuck out of my house.
You know what? I will.
No, please don't. I love you. I'm only
I'll
passive
be
aggressive
right
because
back.
I've been drinking.
And I'm just like, I'm just tired as fuck. Like that's why I'm. What the hell happened?
Speaking of birds, caw! But first, I'm gonna draw this sassy lady.
Like, what the hell happened to Lanky?
Oh, he went AFK for a second.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's actually kind of something I actually really like that Breath of the Wild did with their champions. They're all different races, you know, and like,
I know.
no duh. But the thing is that like, this proves that they all can get along. You know?
Yep.
Like, even though the Gerudo are all against, you know, not being around men, you know, she is being, even though she is the leader, but they're not supposed to be around men all that much. You know, she's with, like, what, 1, 2, 3 other men, and, like, they all get along very well. And, like, you know, the Zoras are naturally, like, kind of, like, very introverted type of people, you know? And the Rudos are just kind of there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously we know the Helians.
Yep.
But I don't know, it's just like the nice thing of seeing unity, I guess.
Yeah. Gives it a nice touch to the story, I guess.
What, the whole unity thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long has this stream been going?
Sorry, I had a brain fart.
3 hours, holy shit.
Yeah. Also, while I was like gone, I was making a like a comic. Cause I remember like last night I was having a conversation with Shiva. It was about like Knights of the Old Republic 2, and like we were like talking about what we came across in the game, and if, as you can see in the artwork in my I'm sorry. It's like I'm not even drinking alcohol, and I'm already like.
I think we're rubbing off on you. Because
Yeah.
Lanky and I have certainly have.
And then it's like according to according to the game, it's like one of the Sith Lords actually has a crush on the female Jedi, and it's so weird.
Aw, that's cute though.
No, do you even know what she looks like?
Is he like fugly?
What?
Is he fugly?
He looks like a walking zombie.
Aww. He just wants to be loved.
I know, but it's like.
Even zombies deserve love too. Don't deny him that, Rin. Ren's is. Do you see this? Ren's against zombies. Jeez, Rin. Didn't expect this out of you.
Just give me a second. I gotta like. Do you even know what the guy looks like?
I would probably forget either way.
It's like.
Rin.
What?
In all seriousness, I am on my second beer. I'm halfway through it. Do you think I would remember?
You'll remember when you go through your DMs.
No, I won't. The fuck? What the fuck was that?
Oh.
Lanky's back.
Yeah, I just got back. I was making noises. I got all excited because I found my Switch and then I realized it had not been charging this entire time. Now I'm sad.
I genuinely thought about once I get like fully comfortable, I was gonna buy a Switch.
They're actually a pretty good console. I like it.
Oh no, yeah, like my friend lets me play her Switch at work if it's like a stressful enough day. I'll play like Odyssey or something like that. Like I have my own profile on her Switch, and she was letting me play Breath of the Wild for a little bit. So I technically, in a way, I did play Breath of the Wild. I just never beaten it, I guess.
Oh yeah, I remember it was New Year's Eve, and I went over to my friend's house, and another friend came over, and they had a Nintendo Switch. They let me play it, but I kept falling into the damn water a couple of times because of Butterfingers.
Look at these 4 so far. What do you think?
It looks good. All I know is,
This face, though. He a good boy, though. It's so funny. He's like, is Calamity Ganon look like a dog? It's like, aww. Protect him. All except this guy need to be protected. That guy's a bit of an asshole. Like, I was watching the Grumps play, and they're like, what an asshole. I'm like, yeah, he is an asshole. His descendant's really cool, though. He's like, yeah, I have a wife. Yeah, I just want to be a good archer. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go home and be with my wife. It's like, yeah, you go do that.
I just couldn't get over, when they meet the Zoras and,
Sidon?
Yeah, like, and they have that whole exchange, and then Dan
like,
says that one
and shit.
thing where he's like, a living ass is better than a dead puss. It's a classic Zora saying.
I like how, like, I like to imagine he's like, let's go, and then he like, hits his head and he just floats away. I'm like, knowing the character's personality, he might.
Probably.
I was watching, like, this, like, where the screenshot came from, and I genuinely, like, kind of cried a little bit. I'm like, wait, and I had to go back to, Mifa's, and I realized the reason why he keeps saying, do your best, and does, like, the little pose and everything, that's because that's what that's what his sister would always say. I'm like, this hurts, and I don't know why. Why am I crying? By the way, we have 4 people watching us, and we've been live for 3 hours.
Right on.
We got some
Pega,
dedicated
Pega,
people out there.
Watch out, we're being watched.
Shout out to those people who are dedicatingly watching this, even though we're just talking about random shit.
It's good. Although, like, when playing, especially in Breath of the Wild, did you ever think the Great Fairies kind of looked like they could be on, like, RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yeah. They're cute and they're really funny, and, like, don't get me wrong on that.
Yeah, I think it's just the makeup. The makeup is, like, very dramatic.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta see this.
Okay.
Look them up. They're actually really cute.
Yeah, like, I'll send a good example of, like, what
Also,
I'm talking
this
about.
is bothering me.
I'll put it in memes.
He doesn't have a nostril. At least in fucking Wind Waker they had nostrils. How do Rudos breathe if they don't have nostrils?
Don't they? I
Guys.
mean, none of them will ever beat the nightmare fuel that was the Great Fairy from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Nothing will ever beat that.
Guys.
As far as being terrifying, but...
How do the Rudos breathe in Breath of the Wild? They don't have nostrils. Do they just breathe through their mouths? Or through their beaks?
Probably.
Because they don't have nostrils.
I guess it's implied that they're there.
Like, I know it's because it's cel-shaded. Like, I can understand that. But, so was fucking Wind Waker, and guess what? They had nostrils. Explain, Nintendo. I demand answers.
Nintendo, explain.
It's like, what is
Why is there
Mario?
Kansas, and then there's Arkansas? America, explain.
Like, I am Confucian.
Yeah, and then I remember when Hyrule Warriors came out, and even though that's not technically like a canon game,
it's not canon at all.
Yeah,
yeah,
like it's not canon by any means, but
I love it though.
Yeah, I was just happy to see that because they were like, "Yeah, we're adding the Great Fairy," and then like I just got like paralyzed with fear for a second.
Everyone was like, "Ah," and then like they're like, "No, Koei's taking over the design for them. Don't worry." And they're like, "Are you sure?" She was still
and then I saw her, and I'm like, "Oh, she's a little scary, but like."
And she's still. Oh, what are you talking about? She's adorable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she looks
her.
a lot. She looks way better in Hyrule Warriors.
That's because Koei. Like, at first when Koei and Nintendo first collided, it was with Samurai Warriors and Pokemon. That didn't turn out very well, and even they admitted that. They're like, yeah, this didn't turn out very well at all.
We
kind of fucked up. But then, they're like, hey, we're gonna do Hyrule Warriors. We're gonna do, Dynasty Warriors mixed with, but instead, it's the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors, but with the, with Legend of Zelda, and everyone was like, and they're like, no, we're not gonna fuck up this time, we swear. They're like, yeah, we fucked up with, the Pokemon game, but we still had fun making it together, so we're gonna try it again. And everyone fucking loved it. It's clear that they did learn from their mistakes, and they did listen to the criticisms that people had. That's the other thing, like, people are like, Nintendo doesn't really always listen to their criticism. I'm like, just like any other criticism, it depends on what it is. And yes, I'm moving into my bedroom because I'm sick and tired of Jasper's fucking whining, and I don't want to hear it. I'm also been drinking, so, like, I'm a little more irritated, and it's like, Shit! I just dropped my beer. Fuck.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's the end of the world. Run.
And these are carpets too. I'm gonna have to bleach my carpet tomorrow. And like prevent Jasper from coming in here. Cause I don't he just gave me a kiss like, it's okay, Dad. I know it was an accident. He literally just gave my hand a kiss like that. I'm not joking. He's like, it's okay, Dad. At least my carpet doesn't smell bad. Like, I'll be honest, my carpet doesn't smell bad, but I don't like the fact that, I'm more upset the fact that I spilled my beer than anything else.
Yeah.
Fuck my carpet, fuck everything else, I spilled my beer. It was half full, too. That's the worst part.
What the fuck?
Do you know what that means? I'm grabbing my last one. That gave me an excuse to go grab a new one.
Yay!
Again, at least my carpet doesn't smell bad.
Well, you're not wrong.
Have you smelled Mike's Hard Lemonade?
What?
Have you ever smelled Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Well, I mean, I drink it, so...
No, I was asking Rin.
Oh.
No.
Lanky, please... Oh, damn it. Ah, I just hit my head on my thing. Lanky, please explain how good it smells as I go
It kind of smells like... Straight up like candy, kind of like Jolly Rancher. Kind of like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard for it to be, like, disgusting unless, like, something gets in there and, like, putrefies it. Otherwise, it's pretty much fine.
To be honest, weirdly enough, it fizzes like soda.
Yeah. I don't know, I just don't like actual beer most of the time. Kind of gross. But that's me.
I usually just drink wine.
By the way, this stream is not sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonade, but Mike's. We can work something. You and me. We can work something.
Would it be cool if you just...
How funny would be that I actually get sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonade?
That would be pretty good.
That would be hilarious, but...
That'd be fucking sweet.
That's really cool. I have been yet to be sponsored.
Yeah, there's this weird guy. His character is a horse, but he's pretty cool. Go ahead, puppy.
Right,
he likes our beer.
Guys, this horse likes our beer.
This horse drinks beer.
I don't know, should we be giving beer to horses?
What, should we sponsor him, or... I mean, he's saying that we should. Like, comment, and subscribe if you think Mike's Hard Lemonade should sponsor this channel. I don't know, I just like making up random shit and being like, hey.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe if...
Mike, you need to sponsor Pega.
What? Mike's you need as a sponsored pig. Yeah, see? Made him most dedicated fucking person in streams most of the time. Like, legit. Like, 90% of the time. They know what's up. Shout out to, Made him for being dope as shit. No, I'm not joking. Like, almost every stream I do, Matem's always there.
That's awesome.
One second, I need to fix my setup a little bit. Jasper, I need you to like be more under the blanket instead of just kind of being under. Because I don't want you biting me because you are being protective of your foot.
Right.
He's not like a negative, like, oh my god, I'm gonna attack you because, you're near my foot. It's like a, hey, don't fucking touch my foot. Like, he threatens, but he doesn't actually do it.
Yeah, he just gets all up in your face.
Yeah, that's it. The only upsetting thing about the whole thing, though, is that he does it without warning. Like, no growling, no nothing. He just immediately is like, no. So it's like, alright. I mean, I'll respect your boundaries, but damn. Did I accidentally, like... God damn it. View... What the fuck did I just do here? I somehow fucked up my sigh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Like, all my windows are closed.
Press tab.
Tab? Where's tab? Oh, there it is. Oh, you fixed it. Jasper might have accidentally touched the laptop and done it, because it does happen every now and then. Ooh. Ooh. Do you know what that tasted like? Motherfucking Jolly Rancher.
It's like,
How bad would it be to be like, hey, Jolly Rancher?
Oh god, right after.
Right after
Jolly
Mike's.
Rancher sponsor us.
They're probably gonna be like, nah, not after this bullshit.
Hey, this horse is eating our Jolly Ranchers. A horse is eating Jolly Ranchers.
This horse would drink all your beer, even the ones that it tastes like gross. I would literally, if I get paid, I'll say it tastes good.
At least it's worth it.
It'd be really funny to be like, go to my family and be like, where are you getting all this, like, free alcohol? Man, your house is always filled with beer. What is going on here? Don't worry about it. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag RIP.
Well, my channel's not that big right now, so... Everyone should just sponsor Pega. Aww. That's really sweet. Thank you.
I mean, the sponsor button is right there.
Yeah, there is a sponsor button. It's just Patreon, but on YouTube.
Yep.
I also do have a Patreon where I do post exclusive drawings as well as coffee. I just haven't posted in a while.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, so do I. But I'm planning on revising my comic.
But,
oh my god, that guy.
But what's funny is that, like, Junkito was sharing our Patreons, like, to see, like, if our things were good. He's like, yours is so good, I like your rewards. I'm like, yours makes sense. He goes, yeah, but yours are cooler. I'm like, bitch, just accept the compliment. Him and I are kind of passive-aggressive when it comes to complimenting each other.
Like, aggressively complimenting each other.
Yeah, like, he does that to everybody. sorry for the chewing in the background, guys. It's Jasper being a turd. But you don't have to watch. You don't have to be a Patreon or Cough Fever, I guess, or a sponsor in order to support the channel or buy any merch or anything like that. Like, I'm actually genuinely being serious. Just by watching the channel or like spreading it and you know, just liking it and just watching it in general, like, is enough. Because it knows that you guys are interested in my, you know, stuff. And that's enough to get me motivated. It's just finding time is the big thing. But for real though, if you guys end up wanting to make videos, like, again, not hashtag sponsor, I'm actually being serious, go check out the, they're in the description, audio library. They make non-copyright music and everything, it's fucking great. Oh, then Linky pass out. Oh, I should probably end the stream soon, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been live for like 3 hours. What do you guys think? It's been a very, very long stream.
Yeah. It's nice to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, it's always good to come in and sit with you guys and just babble about stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. It's 2 in the morning. So, thank you guys for coming and joining. And just kind of just hanging out. That's the whole idea for this one. And, yeah. This was Pega Gamer with Castarin, and we're signing out.